everyone. This is a check of the microphone. If you can hear my voice right now, hit 1 and like the stream. It's your only chance to do this before I do it again in 5 seconds from now. So make sure you can hear me, and I want to make sure you're listening. And if you really like what I'm sounding like, make sure you drop all your money in chat and give it to me, your streamer. After all, who else deserves all the money in your pocket more than some guy on the internet talking about anime? Don't hesitate. No, I'm seeing no one's emptying out their pockets for me. Oh well. Well, let's adjust that music so you can better hear what I'm saying. How's this sound? Up. Well. Seems that we have an active audience. How's the music now? Is this a good balance between my voice and the sound of whatever I have playing in the background? All of YouTube's public domain music? What would you rather spend your money on? Purchasing expensive furry art of yourself? Or, I don't know, a fun night with your loved ones and, going out to dinner, paying your bills? We used to have a college professor who told us, why have money that you can spend on like books and why have money you can spend on food and house when you can just buy books all day? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And that explains the background of my room. All right, everyone's looking good? Excellent. Then sit back, relax, as we switch into, this. Welcome everyone for another hopefully fun-filled stream. I can adjust Chloe back a little bit more now that she's has a different design. Cool. Welcome. Cloud Parade. Thanks for being a member for 13 months. Happy Pride Month, y'all. Nah, thank you. And if you haven't followed Cloud Parade, do so. Fantastic work over there. But yeah, it is the first stream of June. And so I figured what better way to herald in the new day than to do a video like this. Just slightly.
At M's Vanessa Vengeance super chatted $5. Oh geez, I wonder why a gender change anime would be woke. No, seriously, what was Shad accepting?
Well, we will find out what Shad was expecting very soon, but we do have a guest today. Should I welcome the guest in? Unmute her abruptly? Hopefully she's not saying anything too incriminating today. Well, without further ado, all right, Chloe, you are here.
Oh shit, it's been a hot minute.
I know, right? That's why I waited just long enough where your swearing won't demonetize the entire stream afterwards for us to talk.
You know exactly what's gonna happen when you bring me on. I'm glad you're learning.
I had to use some intelligence at some point. Last time, you swore you dropped a bunch of fuck bombs in the first minute of the stream. So I didn't have the wait screen back then.
Wait, when was the last time I came on?
Too damn long ago. Because the last time I invited you was the Jello Apocalypse stream. But for whatever reason, you didn't show up. And then everyone showed up that stream. It was Lizzie, it was Lady Emily showed up randomly. It was a fun stream.
Yeah, I remember, being there. I remember being in chat for that. And I was so bummed that I missed out on that because, how the hell does that hack Brendan Blaber keep getting work?
Well,
did you know that he was recently in, the most recent video by Team 4-Star?
Really? Jello was in the most recent Team 4-Star video?
Yeah, he voices Kurama in their Yu Yu Hakusho abridged. And
I'm gonna go on
Kurama? Yeah, Kurama. He sounds like nothing like Kurama.
Super chatted $5. Excited for tonight's video. Happy Pride Month, everyone. P.S. Please watch the 2002 Count of Monte Cristo film.
I need to revisit all the Count of Monte Cristo adaptations, including the anime adaptation, which is very underrated, I think. Because I just love that story. What? What's up?
Gankenstar?
Yeah, that's the one, I think. Yeah. The one from the late 2000s. I forget the exact title, but I remember the art design so well. Let me bring this up 1 second. Count of Monte. Like shit, anime. It had a great, yeah, Genkatsu. Yeah. Such a great visual design. I freaking love the art design of this show. It's so like breathtaking. Like this is not it in motion, but I'm gonna bring up an image from it. It's so, like just the art design is so beautiful. Like all the way that it uses the marbled colors. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of those where you just constantly think to yourself, wait a minute, this is made by Gonzo?
Yeah, right? It's fucking great.
Yeah, you don't really think about that sort of thing because, like, it looks so beautiful, but it's made by Studio Gonzo, who are known for some very interesting quality, you know?
No, 100%. 100%. It's so beautiful. Love this series. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's great. This seems a little loud to me. Let me load the music slightly. It's a little loud on my end. There we go. That might be better. Cool. Awesome. Not that the music's all that important after a little bit, but you know, still. But yeah, no. So is Noralities on here? No, Noralities is not on this stream. If Noralities is watching, hypothetically, she's more than welcome to join on. I actually reached out to her one time and she never got back to me because she has no business emails. I don't think she checks any of those accounts. So anyway, I know she has seen my channel though. I do know that because I talked to her one time online. And it was she seemed to like it, so that's good.
At Cartoon49 super chatted $5. Thoughts on anti-SJWYT like Critical Drinker, Jester Bell, saying that Obsession and Backroom success is the fall of Hollywood and Disney?
Alright, there's a lot of opinions in that one. I'll get that once I get this next super chat play out.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. Just saw image of Star Giant with Kate Griffin. Someone threw me off a building, please. Also, Gonzo? As in the Muppet?
Kind of like the Muppet, sorta. Not quite. A little bit. But
now I want to actually talk a little bit about the comment about the backrooms and Obsession success.
I just paused super, so we should have it uninterrupted. So let's go. You go first. I have thoughts too.
Yeah. As somebody who recently actually watched the both of them within the last week, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's the fall of Hollywood and Disney per se. I think it's more just the YouTube generation of directors really coming into their own, because like we've had a lot of movies in the last 12 months that were made by people who were either working on stuff like Shelby Oaks, for instance. Like I've been hyped up because like of the director's work on like an internet series called Paranormal Paranoids, which was actually either like the pseudo ARG series or like it was just like promotion for the Shelby Oaks film. Either way, the fact that we're getting people like Kane Pixels now who have gone from doing YouTube videos on their works to actually making theatrical films and actually doing numbers on it, that's insane to me. And I feel like that's actually the next big step, I feel, for where modern films are going. And I feel like that is exciting to me personally, because it means that self-funded and self-directed stuff can actually get you somewhere in life. And I'm just like, I'm seeing what Kane Parsons is doing. I'm just like, go off, my king.
Well, I'll say this too. I'm in a very similar boat as you are. I didn't like Shelby Oaks as much as I think some people might have. I have a lot of. I made a whole video about it. I've concerns with that one. But Markiplier's Iron Lung, I like that one quite a bit. And then you got Obsession. Which
God, yeah, Iron Lung. I totally
exactly. But there's also a couple Obsessions.
Everything.
So I cut you off there.
Yeah, I was just saying. I didn't just really forget about Iron Lung. It's just like there's been so much coming out this year, but yeah, Iron Lung is definitely really good.
We've been getting a lot of good stuff. And Obsession, I think, is for me one of my films of the year. Like one of the best I've seen so far. But also, you can't sleep on the Filippo brothers either, because they've released 2 horror films so far. They both started in YouTube, but I would say, and this might be controversial, as much as I enjoyed Obsession, I think the Filippo brothers have Obsession beat, because to date, as much as I love Obsession and it was a great film, Talk to Me and Bring Her Back are just so deeply disturbing and deeply horrifying movies. Not as fun as Obsession. Obsession's more fun to watch, but like Talk to Me is deeply horrifying and arresting. I think it's incredible. That's, I think, an
Yes.
all-time great one. Bring Her Back also,
Yeah.
but like, Talk to Me especially.
I
Sorry.
watched Talk to Me within the last few months as well, due to having not watched it, and a friend of mine recently bringing it up and showing me it. I have been meaning to watch Bring Her Back, but whoever made the comment about the Rocka Rocka Brothers, you are so correct for that.
Yep.
And I feel like it's actually better to say that it's the trend continuing from those films like the Rocka Rocka Brothers, like bringing on that sort of trend with that. And I'm
Agreed.
just like, thank you for whoever brought that up in the chat. Thank you so much.
But I do want to temper the excitement with a little negativity on this fund, because I've seen this happen before with horror. Whenever you get a really successful independent production that does really well, you always get Hollywood trying to milk the trend. And for all the good films you get out of it, and you do get some greats, like all-time greats out of like this kind of current, you get a lot of slop too. I'm thinking back to Halloween, right back in the late 70s. John Carpenter's film, low budget success. For the era, it was the most financially successful film, if you count budget to ratio budget to gross. Inspired a lot of knockoffs. I mean, you get Nightmare on Elm Street, you got Chucky, you got all these classic slashers, but you also got a lot of crap, like the original Friday the 13th. I know, maybe hot take. First Friday the 13th is one of the worst Friday the 13th movies, I think. I vastly prefer 2 and 4 and 6 way more than the first one. Blair Witch came out, right? Paranormal Activity came out. Both very successful independent films. For their time, the most financially successful independent film of all time. And you got some good movies out of it. You got Cloverfield. You got a bunch of really good ones. But you got As Above, So Below. You got Lake Mungo, really, if you think about it. You got Wreck. But you got like a ton of trash too. And so I think you're going to get a lot of people who make really good movies coming up. But you're also going to get a lot of trash, I think. And that's something to be a little wary of.
Yep.
You know, celebrate the good stuff, but it's not going to go. It's not like, oh, now that this old trend is done, we get nothing but good stuff. No, it always ends up going back to Hollywood exploiting it. But we will get good stuff out of it. We will get opportunities for people to start. And one thing I want to point out that critic BJ Colangelo, who I respect quite a lot, pointed out on TikTok, every creator so far has been a guy, a cis guy. I want to see when we get like a female YouTuber who gets a movie deal like this, because there's a lot of talented female YouTubers who have the directing chops, who have the talent. I want to see them get the same money that guys like Markiplier, or, you know, granted, raised the money for, but I want to see them get the same support, and hopefully they do. You know, I don't know. I'm hoping.
That is the hope, honestly. But
Yeah.
I also do agree. Yeah, it's just like the unfortunate truth is that, like, yep, it's good that we're seeing so much of that actually happen, but you're right. It is unfortunately going to lead to a lot of slop happening. I just hope the slop doesn't, flood the market in a sense.
No, I'm with you on that one. Also, Lizzie's in chat. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Lizzie.
The story's reversed this time. Last time, Chloe couldn't make it and you were here. Now it's the other way around. Anyway, let's other super chats play. Pause them for a bit. Let's let some of them come in.
At Corpus Leo XLV super chatted $5. Gonzo is a studio that has a special place in my heart. Even if they have more misses than hits. Samurai 7 is a guilty pleasure of mine.
I like Samurai 7. I like that one.
At Eustace Giwo super chatted $5. Grifters, it's totally over for Hollywood. Just look at these few films. Put out and distributed by Hollywood Studios.
Well, the thing is, what they really want is to have their movies be successful. Like, that's why Critical Drinker is like, oh, it's a new age for the micro-budget YouTube video movie. I wonder if it's my time to shine right now. And it's not. I'm sorry. You have to have talent.
Nope.
I mean, maybe someone will give him more money, but like, I don't see many people clamoring for that property. Anyway, so we have a couple of fairly decently sized videos to watch tonight, and I think that we should just jump right into it. What do you think, Chloe?
Let's get to it.
Let's get into it. All right, let's start right now. Let me just knock off Niara here. Sorry, Niara. Okay. Anyway, so there's actually a couple videos that Shad did on Ranma 1/2. Well, I think I don't know how much energy I have for both, so let's just watch the one for now and see how we feel as we go from there. Because I do want to watch.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know how much Shad I can endure in one sitting. There was the one time I went 7 hours with it, and that was painful. But I digress. Now I know for a fact that Shad has seen my Ranma video because he mentioned it in his retort to me. So for those who don't know, let me actually bring this up real quick. I'll have a quick little clip of this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I found out recently that Shadiversity knows who I am.
Wait, what? How'd that happen? How did that
I
happen?
think it was actually due to the fact that I was in your Ranma video, and I believe it was due to the fact that he went on stream at one point and then just basically, I think it was around about the time that my Bratz video came out, and he just went all like, oh, look at this bitch, she doesn't even look all that good, and it's just like, motherfucker, I'm not trying to look pretty for you, I'm trying to look pretty for the girls.
Exactly. Well, not forget even just that. I mean, Shad saying anyone doesn't look good is look,
The fact that he of all people,
yeah.
I think it might have been Shad. I think it was one. Either way, somebody that like fucking that has an issue with you decided, hey, yeah.
At Philip November
was that
super
that might have
chatted
been
$10.
Backseater.
One of the first audiobooks I listened to was Shadow of the Conqueror.
Oh God.
I thought it was fine, but at the time I didn't notice the underlying issues, but I'm glad I do now.
I'm so sorry that was your first audiobook, but those readers are very talented, just not in this book. Okay, so here's a segment where he mentions my video. So I'm just gonna have it playing here just for a bit for context sake. That's not right. Okay, that's right. I have to put the volume on. I'm sorry. You have to have the volume on.
Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you for the confirmation bias.
Wait, Lizzie. Confirm, I'm girl. Chloe is objectively pretty. Shad is wrong. Yeah, of course. Shad is always wrong. That's not even a question. I never doubted that one.
I get prettier every day just to spite the transphobes.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%. All right, but let's. I'm gonna play this clip right here just for context, so I know Shad knows he's seen this video of mine, or at least saw the title of it.
To give you, and genuinely thank you to all the supporters. I mean, you guys have reacted incredibly. You really seem to like the idea, and I love it because I can keep making that content as well. So Gramuglia is very desperate for
Can't even say my last name right, but keep going, man.
attention. Has made some of the most ludicrous claims about media I've ever heard, like watching the classic anime Ranma half will turn you bi and trans. That is,
I love how like he took this so seriously. It's
Oh my
obviously a troll
fucking
post.
god.
Like it's a troll post. It's a shit post, dude. It's like the most obvious shit post possible. Do you really think I'm expecting that Rama's gonna shoot the bi and trans laser at you from watching this show? Come on.
God.
Also, gotta point this out right now. 55K when it about how long holds this video? This is about a year old. How's my video doing right now? I'm curious now. Let me look it up. Let's see how it's doing right now. Just see how it's aged over time. Anthony Gamolia, Ranma. Oh, Super Chat coming in.
At NanXRunner
82,000,
7252 super chatted $5. Listen to the Mistborn audiobooks instead.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Kramer is wonderful.
Oh hell yeah! Hold on, I'm rushing home. Okay, when Lizzie, when you get here, hop on. You know where to find us. I know where to find you.
Let's go.
When you get here, but until then, I want to play this little bit right here. To see Shad's reaction to this shitpost.
unironically, the title of one of his videos.
It is ironically the title of my videos. Use words right, you loser.
because that video came out after the one that I made on Night's Watch, where it was literally debunking nonsense claims like that and calling out people like Remuglia for trying to co-opt classic stories and warp them in to fit their regressive ideological beliefs, where I share heaps of references that Ranma Half promotes many traditional values that are actually the opposite of what people like Remuglia claim, and that is all over on my Night's Watch channel, available to be seen there. And it's
Okay, we'll have to watch it.
isn't like that, which is such ideologically extremist reach content that it really comes off like he's desperate for attention, relevancy, and also credibility. His
One sec. I remember this here real quick. Thanks so much, member, for 16 months, Dick Wolf. Shad found your vid in the Gramoogle, the Gramoogle search engine. Yeah, basically.
Also, dude can't even pronounce Rama 1/2 correctly.
Yeah. Well, this is not as bad as Rama 1-2. I forget who said that initially. Who was it who said Rama
Christ.
1-2? Who was that? There was someone who said Rama 1-2. And I was like, what are you doing? I forget who it was. It was one of those like real like bad like grifter types. But I forget who it was. Who said that. But anyway, so extremist views like making a joke about the show making you gay and bi. By the way, even it's so funny is after 2 months, my Rama video still had more views than his response to me over a year later.
Jesus Christ.
And he has the channel with over 1 million subs, so I don't have to tell you.
Fucking loser energy over here, not gonna lie.
Christ, it's so great. It's so great. Okay. Yeah, no, Shad is quite the character. That being said, though, his Night's Watch video after years still has fewer views than mine does. At the same time. Movies with Marks on you. Hey, what's going on? Rama fractions be hard. Yeah, Rama fractions are hard. Hopefully, though, hopefully we have a good fraction here. So,
hopefully we don't have to get into Rama advanced calculus.
God, can you imagine? Carry the 1, drop the 2.
Rama carry the 1.
Guy couldn't do that. That'd be funny though. Can you imagine that? Like a martial arts fight with numbers. That probably happened to show. I just can't remember.
Give it like 10 years. Schroeder will probably catch up to that.
I mean, in fairness, we talked before about like before stream started about like old anime like Naruto. I think that old school Naruto could have done the numbers like it had some physics light elements to it. I mean, what was the one? Dr. Stone. That one had some physics in it. But I feel like there's just better ones. I don't know. Ooh, here we go. Super chat coming in.
At Stingertopia3169 super chatted $10. Anthony is coming from a reductionist worldview. Now I'm going to explain how Ranma must and is only a proponent of traditionalist values. What is he on about? Also, happy Pride Month,
Happy Pride Month, y'all. Well, we'll find out what he's on about right now, because I've actually never watched this video before. I'm going in blind. This is a blind reaction on stream, live for the first time ever. Both of us watching a Shadiversity video. Sorry, Night's Watch video.
At Matcherlock9636 super chatted $2. Shad looks older now, he's a no.
Now he's a big. I think skip half of that. Shad looks old now that he's a bigot. Coincidence? No. I feel like he has aged very poorly. I think it's because anger ages you. But yeah, but it's mostly just the peppering of the beard. That's all it really is. And honestly, if he wasn't such an asshole, that wouldn't be a bad thing. You know, it's not bad to have pepper in your beard or in your hair. But people only point it out when you're also an asshole. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and it's also just like I feel like grifter culture and really just anyone on the alt-right is probably going to age like so much worse because all they can do is hate. They don't have any sort of whimsy or joy in their fucking hearts. I'm pretty sure like if they just let go of like the fact that they have to hate everything that like their brain says to them is wrong, they would probably live a much better life. But no, all they know is hate.
Yeah, exactly. Just like how all girl know is how to eat hot chip and be gay. That's how it is. Those are the two.
Listen,
human experiences.
Listen, you can't say that around me. I don't have hot chip.
Oh, crud! You know,
All I have is fucking tap water in a fucking water bottle right now because God knows I'm gonna need to stay hydrated on this shit.
This is fair. This is very fair. All right, don't worry. Once we have our meal, we'll have a dessert afterwards with maybe the more controversial YouTuber. I'm not even sure.
Is it? Is it actually the more controversial?
Who's more controversial? I mean, who is more controversial? Noralities, or I'm not saying worse or more agreeable. I'm saying more controversial. Chat. Let me ask a question here in chat. Who is more controversial? Let's find out. Oh, wait, that's not. Oh, that's a Q&A. That's not the right one. Sorry, I almost hit like the Q&A button. That wouldn't have been a problem. Yeah, this is a good question actually, because I feel like our audience will. Now, mind you, when I ask this question in chat, don't tell me which one you like more. Tell me which one you think is more controversial.
At AmeriAsia 3987 super chatted $2.72. Yo, I donated to some charities lately. Feels good.
Hell yeah, it feels good. I love that.
We love that shit.
I love it. I love it.
At Nick Wolf 3885 super chatted $5.
Oh god.
If Ranma 1/2 is going from Tokyo to Kyoto at 100 km per hour and Ranma 5/7 is traveling from Shinjuku to Osaka at 75 km per hour, how much will Netflix cost by year's end?
I think $6-7.
At user_225_CCC super chatted $1.99. Shad mad AF that he has diversity in his name.
They're really forcing diversity everywhere, including in Shad. Shad is a more diverse person than you ever expected.
And to the answer to that question, nobody said there'd be math, Nick Wolf.
No, yeah, how dare you insert math into this stream? Do you think any of us have passed algebra? Actually, I did.
All right, we're half an hour into the stream, and we gotta rip this Band-Aid off. We gotta talk about fucking Shadiversity.
All right, let's do it. All right, yeah, Shadiversity is the more controversial guy. Yeah, of course. All right, let's do it.
There is a modern remake underway of the classic anime Ranma half, and I am concerned. Perhaps those concerns are unfounded because this is being made in Japan, a culture that is largely disinterested in appeasing the woke modern audience, and with the
Oh, by the way, did you see the Toei's message today?
No, I have not actually.
All right, I gotta post this because he was just like, you know, Japan. It comes from Japan, who doesn't follow the woke message. Well, this was today's post from Toei. A huge super chat. Hang on. Thank you so much.
At Philip November super chatted $50.
Thank you.
While Shadow was a bad fantasy book, I had to legit return Fourth Wing to Audible after listening to it all.
Yeah.
They were kind enough to give me the credit as I never returned a book before. As for my first book, it was The Shining, not Shadow.
Good. First off, good first book to read. Second off, yeah, Fourth Wing is also pretty painful. I agree there. I can't argue against you in that one. That was rough.
Okay, yeah, Toei, like, I will say this.
Also, thank you for
first of all,
very generous of you. Wow.
Yeah, first of all, fucking shitty reviews. Of course, I'm mad about this.
At Inquiring Graven super chatted $4.99. It's Pride Month. Algebra is homophobic right now.
Yes, it's a hate crime.
Yeah, it really is. But second of all, people are surprised that Toei Animation is pro-queer people. Have they not watched a fucking Precure season in the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Those girls, they have canonical queer couplings in each season. There's literally a meme online. There's a video on YouTube where the Precure, where it shows all the Precure openings, but it cuts off the minute a canonical lesbian is shown in the opening. And it cuts off every single opening.
At user_225_CCC super chatted $1.99. Japan is not woke. Is hella Orientalist, I hate it.
Yep, that's a big one. Okay, so at one point, Japan had the largest pride parade in history. That's now gone to Taiwan, which makes sense. So even though Japan continues to have same-sex marriage as illegal, If I get the exact events, get the big one. 1 second. So there have been some massive LGBTQA events in Japan. For example, Tokyo Pride is the largest pride. Oh, here's what it is. So Tokyo Pride is the largest pride celebration in Asia. It takes place in Yoyogi Park in Tokyo. Let me bring this up real quick. So it's one of the biggest events in the entirety of Asia that focuses on LGBTQA stuff. Here's some photos of it. Obviously, I can't make it because I do not live in Tokyo. But if you live in the Tokyo area and you want to do that, that's cool. Go for it. And it's this week, actually. So there you go. A couple days from now, if you're in Japan. Big event. The whole thing's in English, of course, here, because why wouldn't it be? All right, get out of here. I'm not sure what site this is. Oh, it's a French site. It's a French site. But yeah, no, so Japan has a lot of events like that. Also, the internet teased me today about what we lost because it's posting Yuri on Ice on YouTube. The Crunchyroll YouTube account is posting all the Yuri on Ice stuff. So if you haven't seen that yet, watch it. I know.
How dare they? How dare they?
I'm still upset 10 years later. So upset. Anyway, so Shad's saying that Japan is a mostly conservative country. Yeah, no, it is conservative. But Shad's also ignoring the fact that some of the gayest shows ever created. You ever hear Sailor Moon? He grew up, he's roughly the same age as we are, like a little older than us, so he has to know about Sailor Moon.
He has to know about Sailor Moon. Like, if he weren't such a fucking tourist, I'd be all like, watch at least one Precure season, Shadiversity, and then get back to me. Maybe watch some Digimon while you're at it. The latest season is pretty fucking woke. Like, it's very anti-capitalist. It's very against the system about that. So, shut the fuck up. I'm going to be saying that a lot to Shadiversity in this part of the stream, but shut the fuck up.
Oh, no, don't worry. You can get your shut the fuck up Shads ready. You're going to be doing it all day. Trust me.
Can we get a fucking counter going every time I say shut the fuck up, Shad?
No, I'm not going to do that. That takes too much effort. I'm too lazy. It's not that kind of stream.
Chat, keep tabs of this. If we break it into the double digits before halfway through the video, I don't know what'll happen.
At KJ Zana super chatted $2. Can you believe Moulin Rouge is now 25 years old?
Sadly, I can. The passage of time is inevitable and unstoppable. Okay.
Something times error.
Exactly. I'm going to pause super chats.
Yeah, pause the super chats.
Obviously, keep sending them. I will not turn your money down. But I'll read all of them at appropriate stopping points throughout the video. We'll be here for a while, so don't worry. Anyway, back to this.
2 episodes released as of the writing of this script. So far, it is a very close remake to the original, but there are some small, but I do feel quite significant errors in the adaptation of this reboot. Indeed, with this being a reboot that creates certain opportunities for people with agendas to try and change it. There's already
I want to point out that, was this an article I wrote? No, it's not. Okay, cool. I was going to say, did I write this article on Screen Rant? So the thing is, the new anime does make some changes from the 90s anime adaptation because it's adhering closer to the original manga. This comes down to the character designs, the facial expressions, some plot beats, some lines. It adheres close to the original manga. That being said, is it 1-to-1? Obviously not. There are some changes made throughout because that's just how adaptations work. But to call these creative choices errors, I think honestly is kind of condescending to the creative crew of the show. It's not that they got it wrong. They deliberately changed it. So it's like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, like I feel like it's just probably going to get worse, but it's just like, what are these changes, Shad? Yeah. What are these changes?
Well, first he's attacked the culture war, so let's he has to fight the culture war against the random writer on Screen Rant. So let's see.
A number of woke ideological activists trying to subvert what the meaning of Ranma is to suit their own ideological agenda, proclaiming it as a work that promotes fluid gender identity and transgenderism, which could not be further from the truth. Really? The original Ranma was made to be a fun, entertaining, comedic action romance and was not made for any subversive modern political statement. Indeed, the original promotes and enforces many traditional beliefs and standards about gender identity and gender roles. And it's the attempt to subvert and co-opt this story which is what has made me concerned, and is why I'm making this video to explain how doing so betrays many core aspects of what Ranma Half is. First, for all...
Okay, we have a thesis statement now. We apparently are subverting Ranma 1/2, but apparently it reinforces traditional roles about gender. Now, I want to point out something real quick too. And I talked about this in my original video. Ranma 1/2 is not a perfect modern representation of gender identity.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no. It was made in the 80s and 90s. There are things about it that just haven't aged all that well. Rumiko Takahashi is coming from a different generation. Her perspectives on gender are different. Japan is more removed. Also, hi, Lizzie. What's up?
Hi, Lizzie.
Hello, I'm sorry. As soon as I saw the batshit insanity going on in this video, I had to join in. So while I was on my transit back from work at the station I stopped at, I called a Lyft so I could rush over here.
Jesus, did you have to like sprint your way over here?
No, I just called. Like I would have if like I went the normal route of taking the bus from that trolley station, but like
I love it. I love it.
No. I just called the Lyft and I said, "Take me back all the way to my place."
I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so to catch you up, Lizzie, with what we missed so far, Shad is apparently very upset that Ranma 1/2 has people who think the show promotes gender fluidity. Apparently,
but it does though.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, hang on a second. Are you saying the show about a character who changes genders when he gets touched by different temperatures of water promotes the idea that gender is fluid?
Yeah.
Fuck. I
also,
think
like,
you're all talking nonsense.
Also, like, already you're getting it wrong because that's like the majority of Akane Tender's arc is defying gender norms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even Akane, like, let's not even say like necessarily gender identity, gender presentation. Akane directly opposes that throughout her entire arc. So already Shad's like not functioning in the realm of reality already with that perspective. But
let's see how further away from the truth he gets.
Indeed.
Oh, by the way, Ant, I sent you a transparent PNG version of my avatar. If you'd rather use that for the
no. So here's what here's what you want to do. In chat is a link to Reactive. Upload it there. It'll auto sync on screen.
Reactive. Where?
Yeah. So in the general in the voice chat in the text. Yeah, right there. I have a link right there.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, just upload all that. You'll be good to go in seconds. Don't worry about a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll get you fixed up. So, because I'm not like, so what happens is your face also lights up now when you talk. And that's
I noticed that. So
yeah, I can't do that locally. That's another application doing that. Yeah, don't worry. Just sign off your information and your social security number, and it'll be fine. You need those.
You know, as you do.
And your firstborn child, as well as a pint of someone else's blood.
Oh,
how you acquire that blood?
I gave up. No. I gave that up when I started transitioning.
Oh,
fair enough.
This is a bit weird. Hold on. Okay, so I just gotta.
Yeah, just upload your.
I wish you would let me just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'll just play this so you can keep hearing as you're doing all that.
For those who don't know, what is Ranma Half? Ranma Half is a comedic action anime romance that was made in 1989, the manga starting in 1987, about a teenage martial arts practitioner who is cursed to turn into a girl when cold water is splashed on him, hot water turning him back into a male, who is betrothed to the daughter of his father's close friend and fellow martial arts practitioner. It's hilarious, action-packed, and in many ways wholesome if not for the regular nudity, so there is a hefty content warning regarding this show. But even with the infrequent nudity that doesn't appear in every episode, it is never presented sexually or in sexual situations. Indeed, it's
I don't know if I'd say it's never presented sexually. Just not as sexually.
No.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, like it's not like it's like super sexual, but like it's also not never sexual. Like there's a whole. I mean, you know what's the Haposai, right? The pervy mentor, like a pervy little mentor. Shrimp in my inventory.
Also, by the way, I'm looking at the stream. My avatar is way bigger than your guys', so I look like a
Yeah.
giant.
You are a bit gigantic there. I'm not gonna lie. It all works out.
I know I'm fat, but I'm not that fat.
Ah, no, I can adjust slightly. That is certainly one way to interpret it. Actually, it's funny because I think I'm probably the tallest out of all three of us, and like I'm the smallest avatar.
How tall are you, Ant?
Like 6'1", roughly.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, roughly. But still,
5'6", baby.
there you go. Okay, back to this.
Okay.
Often a result of Ranma not translating his male modesty standards to his female form,
She's so unashamed before the camera.
and the show never approaches anything as gratuitous as the likes of Game of Thrones. People might call Ranma
Yeah, it's not gonna be Game of Thrones level sexual, but like it's still pretty sexual. Like, I don't know.
So, what? I am baffled. I know I came here to say stuff, but I am just baffled right now.
The fact that you, of all people, are getting stun locked.
Sorry.
Jordy just popped up right behind
Oh my
me.
god. Hi,
Oh
Jordy.
no, your wife's attacking you.
I guess we're even now.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Yes, Jello apparently is still relevant, Chad. I'm as shocked as you are as well. Sorry, that came up before in conversation. Anyway, so yeah, no, there's a lot of things I'm confused about so far. But, you know, we have a lot of video left to go through. I'm gonna let some super chats play real quick. There's a couple that came in.
At MR Pope's history class 7285 super chatted $2. Who is your favorite Jedi?
Favorite Jedi? Kid Fisto.
At Matchlock9636
Yeah.
super chatted $10.
Well, though
Something to
Ahsoka's
remember
technically not
for
Jedi.
all the
She
LGBTQ
was-
plus
she left
stuff
the
in
order, so-
anime that they do deserve praise for.
Yeah.
Other parts of it should be discussed. Slave harems in isekai, for which I knew why that is so common.
Slave harems are weird. I don't know how I feel about that. They're wonky. I don't like the whole discussion.
To answer the Jedi question, by the way,
Yes.
I mean, favorite Jedi, I still very much feel like Qui-Gon is still like top tier, honestly.
Qui-Gon is pretty cool. That's fair.
Like I said, mine's probably Ahsoka, though you can make your own argument about whether she still counts as a Jedi, technically, since she left the Order, but, you know.
I mean,
I count.
technically she rescinded, I technically count her because technically she comes back as a Jedi, even if she is like a rogue one in a sense.
That's true. I mean, she is
Fair.
teaching. She's teaching now, which I guess counts. So
That
Anyway.
is true. So I guess if we were to count Ahsoka, definitely would be Ahsoka, honestly.
yeah, honestly, the best Jedi. Okay, so here's my favorite Jedi. You all ready for this? Okay, my favorite Jedi clearly is Jar Jar Binks, because how else could he have known?
And you can't do this to me.
And I know this is your channel, but get out.
Listen, my favorite Jedi is Captain Picard. I've always liked that he used.
Out!
Okay.
Out!
Okay. Back to this.
half a harem anime because there are a decent amount of female characters that end up fighting for his affection. Indeed, you could almost call this the OG harem anime, but because of that, it doesn't really fall into the common, cheap, and even sleazy harem anime tropes that have developed since.
I
Ranma
wouldn't
is
call it the first harem anime. There was some before that.
Absolutely not.
It's not even like a harem, really. It's just a massive love triangle, which is more of a rom-com thing. I would say Tenchi Muyo was like the first real like where all the tropes are established.
You know ball, Ant.
What? Which
You
one?
know ball.
Yeah, well, Tenchi Muyo is also really good. Is the thing. But like Tenchi Muyo also had the common sense to have like other genre conventions in there. Like it is a harem, but it's also a parody of sci-fi. It's a space opera. There's like elements to it that are really cool. I think Tenchi's really underrated. If you haven't seen Hazel's video on Tenchi Universe, actually let me reevaluate Tenchi Universe in a way that hadn't so long. Because for me, like the OVAs were always I'm getting sidetracked. Back to Rama.
is not an average guy or a loser who has girls falling over him for dumb or undeveloped reasons. He's a strong, noble character, cocky and arrogant, sure, but he attracts other women for obvious reasons, and the other women vying for his affection all serve to add conflict and hijinks to the main focus of the story, which is his relationship with Akane, the first girl he is betrothed to. Because yes, he ends up getting betrothed to other girls, but it's his relationship with Akane that's the core. And that relationship's progression is handled with care and focus in the story. Of course, there's a lot of comedy, hijinks, side plots, and action along the way, but Ranma and Akane's relationship is the heart of the story, and is actually a very well-written character study in how offense, immaturity, misunderstandings, ego, and jealousy can get in the way of real affection and wholesome relationships.
So far, he's not wrong.
I can't believe it. I'm actually having to say this, but he does actually at least get this part of it.
Yeah, agreed. So far, he's not wrong. This is not incorrect. But the problem is what I think he's going to do, and you can all tell me I'm wrong when we get to it. I think he's using this as setup to say, it's about this, but it can't be about this other thing that's not contradictory to what he just said just now. Like, in no way are the themes about gender or orientation contradicted by what he just said. They're just both there. They're both present.
Like, things are allowed to have, like, different interpretations. Like, that's what makes art interesting.
Yeah, but having different interpretations, different facets, Like, because it's like, when I think of interpretation, I think like, oh, how do you interpret the works of David Lynch? Like, what do you take away from that? But if you said like, oh, David Lynch's films have wholesome Americana elements and they have deeply subversive, disturbing components alongside it, both of those are true and objectively correct. They're both in the movie. It's just, how does that affect your interpretation of it? So likewise, with Ranma, yeah, objectively, these are plot points from the show. These are things that happen. They are themes and ideas, but it also plays with the concept of gender and the concept of sexuality, because what Shad is not bringing up is that Ranma has suitors that are both male and female after different components of his iteration, and different episodes deal with the concept of gender differently. So I feel like he's setting himself up in a trap to say it can only be about this while ignoring any other aspect from the show.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. Yeah, exactly. Let's keep going.
See.
Don't you ever get tired of being angry all the time?
I like being angry.
Well, that's too bad.
Why's that?
'Cause you're really cute when you smile.
Huh?
Gotcha.
Did he mean that?
What are you making that
Also,
goofy
God.
face for?
Huh?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
What are you doing in my room?
That dub voice, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that dub.
Yeah, I was about to say, Shad couldn't be arsed to use like the better dub that came out more recently before the modern series happened. Like he's using footage from the original dub that came out back in the 90s.
Which, I mean,
Shad, my guy, there's a better Ranma voice out there.
On one hand, I do have to say, like, at least he knows ball with that, but like, still, I'm like, oh, I can't with that voice. Oh.
The only scene that I actually do like out of it is the one animal cracker scene where it's just like
I know the one you're talking about.
It's so the one where Akane made like all those like animal crackers for Ranma, and it's just like he gets them so wrong, and Akane's voice is so on point during all of it. That is the only scene that I enjoy going back to out of it, because I do not think the modern dub dubs the OVAs.
These are animals?
Aren't they cute? They're animal crackers.
These are animals? An octopus?
Stupid! It's a penguin!
A hermit crab?
It's a lion!
It's a water flea!
A rabbit!
Loch Ness Monster!
A swan!
A Power Ranger!
A raccoon!
A salamander!
Alligator!
I know, a platypus!
A koala!
It's
The
so
Akane
inane.
voice
I love
is
it.
peak only for that scene alone, but like honestly, like Sure, Shatner's ball, because he's respecting the fact that, hey, this original dub was like the all that we had for a while.
Exactly.
But like speaking from a voice actress perspective, the Ranma voice that they picked is literally just the same one that they're doing for Fem Ranma, but it's obvious that whoever is doing Fem Ranma is trying their best to put on a masculine voice. It's like if I tried to sound like a dude again, it's really bad. You can't tell. You can obviously tell it's a woman doing it.
I also gotta say right now, I do love how her voice cracks when she says a koala. It's just
yeah. Anyway, that's my little tangent about the OG Ranma 1 half dub. Let's get back to it.
People in chat are pointing out, though, and this is true, at least it's better than Amazon's Banana Fish dub.
Oh, do not bring that to my attention. I have struck that. I have bleached that from my memory.
The standard is low. Having humans in the production. That's the bar we're at now for the minimum bare acceptable quality.
But yeah, let's get back to it.
I just have one question.
Yep.
Oh.
Why?
What specifically?
Why did I have to be reminded that the Amazon Banana Fish dub was a thing?
Well, because chat did it, and if I have to remember, I have to make all of you also suffer. And now you all are.
Fuck you.
Thank you. Back to this.
And more importantly, that these things can be overcome, even crazy things like curses and unhinged people fighting to ruin the relationship, when true affection exists and the two are so well suited to one another. Ranma and Akane's relationship begins with them being betrothed against their wishes and both accidentally and comedically but deeply offending each other. It progresses from there with further offenses and conflict, each hurting the other, sometimes in unintentionally cruel and deep ways.
I don't want you hanging around me all the time when we're at school. Do you understand?
Don't worry about that. I can't stand tomboys like you. If you want a girl who's more likely to kill you than kiss you, then you can have her.
Fair.
What's the big deal, Akane? I think it's cool he can change into a girl.
Cool? That's easy for you to say, Nabiki. My life may as well be over if I have to marry a stupid jerk like him. Why don't you marry him if he's so cool? Think about it. I'm engaged to my worst nightmare.
I do find it funny how he's choosing all the dramatic bits and not like any of the funny comedic bits for the show.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's like all the scenes you're choosing are like scenes that are not reflective of the average experience of watching Ranma. Like this is not how the show normally is. It's the very like you're not getting the bit where Akane has to beat up. Not beat off. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you want to rephrase that?
You know, I'm going to rephrase that. Yeah. Beat up like all these attempted suitors all jumping at her at once outside the school. Like, you're not
when you're saying beat up all these attempted suitors, there's something else going on there, man.
Yeah, that's a different story. I might have watched a different version of Ranma then if that's the version I recall. But yeah, no, so like exactly. But look, like, there's a lot of comedic moments in Ranma that Shad's clearly ignoring, and that's the problem. Anyway,
And the old man calls me rude.
But carefully placed amidst all this conflict are key moments that are very intentionally and skillfully written that show a deeper affection for one another where each of them sees the good in the other.
Really, she's very sweet-tempered and kind.
I don't know.
Soon you'll understand.
Not yet, I don't.
And that growing love is constantly at odds with their offense, resent, jealousy, and immature natures. It doesn't take long for Ranma to realize how special Akane is.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
She's something else.
Even if he tries to tell himself otherwise, but in reality, she's a perfect match for him. So, Ranma begins to tease Akane, calling her tomboy and uncute because he likes her and wants her attention.
I mean, like, maybe? I mean, like, that's a little more up into... You see, right there, Shad is exercising what we like to call interpreting media. I know, it's a shocking concept that people can, in fact, interpret media in different ways. I know.
I will admit, it's also, there's something amusing about showing a clip where one of the clips was female Ranma, female Ranma, I can't say his goddamn name, expressing attraction towards her, and it's like, oh, it's the reboot that's making things woke.
Yeah, no. The original show never had Ranma as a girl express attraction for Akane. That never happened. And like, that's the thing right there. Like, this interpretation so far, yeah, it's all accurate, but it's also, I think, increasingly surface level stuff. Like, yeah, this is plot summary confused for analysis so far. I think, anyway. But anyway, back to this.
Very common and immature thing boys and young men do to girls they actually like, not realizing this type of behavior usually makes the girls dislike them more.
That's not quite how that works,
Akane
actually.
is insecure about her femininity and wants to be more womanly and attractive to men, not to boys. She is literally growing out her hair in the beginning of the show to be more like Kasumi, her older sister, so she can appear more womanly and win the affections of Dr. Tofu, her schoolgirl crush, but who is in love with Kasumi. This evolves and grows, Akane moving on from Dr. Tofu and secretly wanting Ranma to like her, which makes Ranma's teasing of her cut all the deeper. Do you see already how...
Okay, that's where I get a little more iffy on your interpretation there. It's not like she wants to appear more womanly. She just wants to attract one guy. Like, it's focus. It's not even like, and she doesn't even seem to really care about her hair being cut. Like, once it's cut, I mean, she does, but she, in the long term, she gets over it pretty quickly. Akane isn't really insecure in her femininity. That's not really I don't think that's really a component of her character all that much. What do you all think?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a tricky topic right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's really a reflection. I think he's reaching with this part.
I was gonna say, it not only feels inaccurate, but coming from, maybe it's just me, but that interpretation coming from him specifically, I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, I'm so used to Shad at this point, I always forget like how like icky it gets. I mean, like, if that makes sense. Like, I'm so used to hearing his bad takes on like sensitized. It's bad.
Like, I kind of hate whenever this guy's talking about female characters. I kind of hate it. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I can't blame you there, especially because he like is so how he's written female characters, especially.
Oh right, he has written shit, hasn't he?
Yeah, it is going.
He has unfortunately written stuff.
Yep, that is a book that I have in fact read at least once.
Oh dear.
Actually, at least twice, technically. But still, like, it's one of those things where it's like, his interpretation of Akane being insecure in her femininity, that's not accurate. She just wants one guy. She wants one specific guy, and she's not insecure in being feminine. She's just growing out her hair because it will appeal to one guy, and part of her arc is realizing not to change for anyone else. Just be herself, and that's important. Meanwhile, Ranma has to get outside of his own head. It's a nice parallel there where one character has to realize that she's fine the way she is, and the other person has to realize he has to see from different perspectives, I feel like. Which I think is cool. It's a nice little small character moment. Yeah. And it's reoccurring, and it's simple enough to, reinterpret in different ways throughout the show. But even still, like, it's here where he's reaching. And especially considering he's going to spend the rest of this video probably demonizing takes different than his own, that's something to point out, I think, anyway.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going.
How authentic, real, and conflicted Ranma and Akane's relationship is, a lot of which is not spelled out, but subtly shown and hinted at. It's actually very mature and clever character.
Subtle? I'm sorry. There's nothing in this show that's subtle. It has the subtlety of a brick to the face. This is not a very subtle series. I love it, but it's not subtle.
I noticed that chuds often, when they're talking about how old media good, new media bad, they often bring out of how they'll often say like the old media is like more subtle, when in reality if you watch it, there's no subtlety whatsoever.
Oh yeah, there's no subtlety. This is a brick to the fucking face with like over the top antics, which is great. That's part of the appeal. Rumiko Takahashi has never been subtle. like ever.
No,
to any
absolutely
extent.
not.
No.
Yeah, no. She doesn't know what the word, like she does not know what the word subtle means, I think, which is great. I think it works really well for her work, but it's nothing subtle. Anyway,
Absolutely.
Back to this.
Writing spliced in between very immature hijinks and comedy, and the show manages to strike a balance. It's an art seemingly lost in most modern day shows.
There you go.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
If you're playing Chud Bingo at home, send me the bingo card for that, because I haven't made a bingo card for any of these. I really should at this point.
Fortunately, it seems like part of this may be lost in the remake. For instance, in the remake, Akane states that she hates men, where in the original she says that she hates boys.
You're never gonna find a man that will like you if you keep acting like this.
Ask me if I care. How many times do I have to keep telling you that it doesn't matter because I hate men?
It's just that you said yesterday that you hated every man.
I do. Oh boy, I really hate.
You must be joking. Why would I be?
Because but you're comparing English dubs. You're comparing translations of the original Japanese text.
Has this guy even read the manga? I don't answer that question. I know the answer is no. Reading to people like him, it's just like, oh, I have to read right to left? What is this?
In fairness,
I was gonna say
he has read comics. I will give.
I was gonna say, like, so my knowledge on Ranma is very surface level. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I'm not gonna have as like a knowledgeable take in against some of these points as y'all might. But like, from my understanding, don't some translations do say that she just outright hates men?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the manga directly the manga that I have, and if I was on camera right now, I would literally go up and bring in my fucking copies of like 2-in-1s that they released a while back. They do clearly show Akane saying "I hate men." So like, yeah, Akane has been 100% hating men since the beginning, and it's all down to the original translation. The new Netflix series translation is bringing that right back into the fold.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that so here's one thing too. It's interesting. This is from what I've talked to people who worked in like voice acting and translation. As time has gone on, the Japanese studios have gotten a little bit more intense with making sure things adhere closer to the original text. Or they have to sign off on everything. So if Netflix is saying Akane hates men, that means the Japanese studios had to read that and go, yes, this is what we want her to say in English, signs off on it. Whereas previously they were less hands-on.
Yeah, so I from what I can What a lot of folks who talk about like anime and how the quote woke localizers work don't understand is a lot of the decisions of these dubs do like go through, like they do have to go by the original the original rights holders, basically the original studio.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna issue a fun fact from my anime voice acting that'll be relevant to this.
Yes, because you in fact have voiced in anime before.
Yes, I have, and an interesting thing to note is that my casting had to be approved by the folks by the studio who made the original anime. So
exactly, they have to sign off on everything.
Yeah, they have to sign off on everything. Like they and for like so. And it's not just casting, it's scripting, it's all of that. Like that all has to go through them, from my understanding. So it's like, and I remember that was kind of wild when I first heard about that. I was like, oh wait, they heard my voice. Like,
yeah, oh yeah.
And also a fun fact about the dub that Shad keeps using as an example of how this is like being changed for the wokeness. This dub that Shad's using infamously was done by Ocean Group.
Yep.
As in the original Dragon Ball dub group. So, given the fact that this was released and was done throughout the 90s and everything like that, when Ocean was still like saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna send you to the next dimension in fucking Dragon Ball.
As they blow their heads off. Like, I'm gonna send you to the next dimension. Shoots your head off with an energy beam.
Yeah, granted, it wasn't as neutered because it did have to be aired on like Saban or anything on like kids on like a kids network or something like that.
Cartoon Network, yeah.
But when Ocean are the ones behind your dub, it's not necessarily like going to be the most accurate translation because Ocean were never exactly about that.
Especially in that time period too. Like Ocean got better as time
Absolutely,
went on.
yes.
Yeah. Ocean got much
Absolutely,
better.
yes.
But like 90s Ocean is different from 2000s Ocean. And like, yeah, exactly. Over 9,000 is Ocean. Exactly. Which is not accurate to the original statement. There's actually over 8,000, some shit like that. But like, still, that's the idea of it. So Shad is working from a dub that is not reliable as a translation. The newer dub had to have gotten signed off by the Japanese people. So him acting like it's some American agenda, no, the Japanese had to sign off on it. Whereas I don't know for a fact if they signed off on the old stuff. Don't forget, the 80s and 90s also brought to us stuff like Robotech, which, while a beloved classic, is not accurate to the original Macross series. Anyway, I'm going to let some super chats play real quick because we have a lot piling up.
At Corpusleo XLV super chatted $2. What about Qui-Gon's brother, Why Jin Gon?
Qui-Gon's brother, Why Jin Gon?
At Maryland
Jin Gon for a
614
reason,
super chatted $20.28. As a teacher, Last Jedi Luke is the most relatable character ever, despite what Hamill and others say.
Yeah, I believe that.
Underfunded,
Yeah.
understaffed, the sacred Jedi texts are outdated, pointless, of course he was set up for failure. Also, EU Shad.
Yeah, exactly. Always ill Shad.
At DJLOL5 super chatted $5.83. Evangelion 3.0 is honestly underrated. Shinji and Kaworu are so lovely together. To me, it's the perfect doomed romance anime.
I feel like Krim just heard that and perked up.
At Matcherlock9636 super chatted $5. Why have we never gotten a lightsaber that looks like a saber? You know, like with a handguard.
Yeah.
I want old-fashioned Errol Flynn style sword action.
Well, because light doesn't bend like that, but it should. It's Star Wars. Who cares with laws
At
of
Lupin
physics?
the Maelstrom super chatted $5. I've heard of Rumiko Takahashi's work, but my first dive into it was Yurusei Yatsura 2022.
Great series.
When Shutaro
Yep.
showed up, I realized Rumiko was a genius open-mouthed smile.
That was a great work. Read her mermaid manga. That's deeply screwed up.
At Ghost Shovel 8755 super chatted $5. Noralities video on Sleeping Beauty is an amazing look at how culture changes a story through time. If anyone here hasn't watched it,
Yes.
please do.
Absolutely fantastic video. I do recommend that one as well.
At Black Rabbit Studios 11 super chatted $1.99. Growing up on the mechs, especially dub, this is throwing me.
Yep. The Mexican dub is probably more accurate than the Ocean dub, I imagine.
At Stingertopia 3169 super chatted $5. I love how he said you were reductionist and then made the most reductionist take I've heard about Ranma.
Yeah, that seems to be Shad's trend, isn't it?
At Ali Ramen super chatted $2. Happy Pride Month. Be gay, do Grimes.
Do Grimes? I don't know. It must be Grimes.
At user _225_CCC super chatted $4.99. Never ask a man his salary, a woman her age, or Shad why he bought more swords instead of Ozempic.
I'm not going to make fun of Shad's weight, but he should stop buying so many swords. By the way.
Yeah, also, like, don't fucking bring up GLP-1s. That's like loser stuff, honestly.
It's a whole other discussion right there. By the way, Chloe and Lizzie, can you hold the fort down for 5 seconds as I run real quick off somewhere?
Oh, yeah, totally.
That sounds like a lot of pressure, but okay.
I trust you entirely with my chat. Please do not start ranking which Sailor Moon characters are the best, from least best to worst best, because obviously Jupiter will be one of the better ones. So, I'll be right back.
Anyway, welcome to an impromptu episode of the Chaotically Queer podcast, everybody. Unfortunately, Missy is not with us right now, but it's fine. We can do it. We can do like a double up on it.
So what have we been watching lately?
Oh well, I mean, I've been watching like Tropical Rouge Precure. Like, that's the reason why I've been really just sort of bringing up Precure all that much, because I've been trying to watch more anime in my downtime instead of just like watching the same like 5 YouTube videos that keep on getting recommended to me, even though I've watched them like within the same week. Like,
I see.
Like, is that like a thing that like anybody else has been getting with the weird YouTube algorithm that like they'll watch a video and then like 2 days later YouTube is recommending the exact same video? I swear to God, the YouTube like recommended system is broken.
Yeah, no, it's been broken for a while, honestly, but it's been especially bad lately.
Okay, cool. So it's not just me. Oh yeah, also, if anybody wants to like hear me and Lizzie yap about stuff that isn't just on ad streams, we've run a podcast together with like another friend of ours, Melissa Rowland. We do that like monthly, bi-monthly, depending on what ends up happening.
Right.
And we've been going through the entire Blue catalog for about nearly 2 years at this point. We're finally getting to that point, and at the end of it, we're going to be ranking all of the Ghibli films in order and talking about it. So if y'all are interested in that, I'll get Ant to share that at the end of the stream.
Yes. And that's why Sailor Jupiter is the best one.
Fucking, what are you talking about? It's gotta be Sailor V.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, oh, sorry, Ant, you missed the whole ranking.
Oh no, who's ranked? Who's the worst one?
Shit, I didn't think this far ahead for the joke. Run!
What are you talking about? It's all of those like weird chibi ones that come at the end of Sailor Stars.
Really? All of them, huh? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, they're
All of
so
them.
bland. What are you talking about? They literally
all one of them, right?
There's like 5 of them, I'm pretty sure.
of Chibi Chibi? Well, there's the other.
It's like 5 chibis.
There is.
Fair enough. Anyway, back to the Vama video.
Because you hate boys, don't you?
That's right. I hate boys. Hate boys.
Shad, repeating the dub that's not known for its accuracy is not going to make your argument that she says it in the original better. So I guess you reveal yourself as a dub-only fan, I suppose.
Really hate boys.
I'm unaware if the original Japanese script has this difference.
Oh, are you?
I couldn't tell!
This is the mint. Okay, just stop the video right here, honestly.
You know, I didn't actually read the original Japanese script, but I'm sure I'm
Because
right.
Here we have someone making a video about a topic that they are admitting right now that they did not do the full research on.
You know what? It makes it easier, though. We have to do the rest of his arguments because that's what we're doing on stream, but still, at least he admits he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, my goodness.
The original versus the remake.
Is another video on autism? Yeah, we'll do more autism videos soon, I think. I think another autism stream would be good to do, I think, at some point. I was going to do a video on autism, but then I realized... Actually, you know what? This is a bit of an aside. I was going to do a video on autism, but I'm like, you know what? That Noah guy, he's doing a lot of autism videos. Oh, I don't want to interfere in his niche. I don't want to invade his territory. And look how that turned out. So I actually did stop doing... I actually actively chose not to do an autism video for a while because I didn't want to step on Noah's toes. But now that he's fucked himself over, okay, fuck it. I'm going to do another one of those videos easy. Anyway, that was a behind-the-scenes bit of news there. I didn't want to step on his toes, so I tried not to do too many of them. But now I'm going to, so why not? It'll be fun.
Akane hates boys in the original, whereas in the remake, they say she hates men. The reason why she hates boys is implied because boys are immature and constantly get in her way, vying for affection which she is not interested in. But regarding men, like Dr. Tofu, she likes very much. Akane is not a man-hating character, and this small change in the remake contradicts a very significant aspect of her character, which does make me concerned for the authenticity of this remake. Because why was this change done? Now look.
It's closer to the Japanese, that's why. And it honestly is negligible.
To the point.
Yeah, it's the point. And yes, I cut you off there.
I was going to say, it's a minor change.
It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, exactly. It's still the same meaning, essentially.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But, like, I think the problem is because when Akane says men, Shad feels offended. As opposed to, like, the demographic that this show's made for, which is to say teenagers. I don't know. Anyway.
It might have just been a mistake, a mistranslation, an oversight. But with the modern trend of hating men and the rise of toxic feminism, I'm concerned that this might have been a very subtle but
What are you talking about?
Is the translation...
What are you talking about?
Did Ranma's dub change because of toxic feminism?
The toxic feminisms.
Okay,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I'm just dumbfounded, honestly.
This is beautiful.
I will be right back. I ordered some soda to get through this. So.
No problem. Good luck. Don't choke on it when you come back and something crazy happens.
I'll be right back.
But no. So Chloe, what's more realistic? Let me ask you a question, Chloe. What the more realistic option is? Is it possible that Ranma's dub originally just didn't adhere close enough to the original text of the Japanese, and they wanted to just have a more closely aligned text that original? Did the show just choose an arbitrary change that got signed off on because everyone involved felt there's really no difference between what she's saying in this version or the other, so who cares? Or option 3, the feminists broke into the dubbing room and forced their hands at gunpoint to make it men for some toxic man-hating agenda.
Oh, it totally has to be the Kotaku girls just ravaging into Netflix, holding everyone like some weird, like, pseudo-jihadists that these people online, like these grifters seem to think, masked up, gunpoint, knives to the throat, ready to cut people if they even try to think about putting anything cis, het, and white in their fucking anime dubs.
Yeah, that's obviously what it is, and not just, a minor change that no one cares about all that much.
And also, it's also down to the fact that translations have gotten a lot more accurate since the 90s.
Yes, substantially more.
Yeah.
Not always for the better, though, because I think it is still strange that they called them, that they have, like, it's the third children as opposed to the third child in Evangelion. But that's a whole other scramble right there.
Yeah, but that's that's a different issue with the Netflix dubbing of it.
Yeah, that's a whole. Well, that's Kara and Gynax's like whole thing. It's wild. Anyway,
yeah. Change to push the show towards a more woke depiction. I could be wrong, but these are concerns that I can't avoid because of what is happening in current day society.
No, Shad, you're just wrong.
Ideologies.
You're just wrong.
I'll be
Shad.
keeping an eye on the remake to see if anything like this continues. Still, this little change in the remake doesn't really subvert yet what the heart of Ranma Half is about, which is the development of Ranma and Akane's relationship. In the original, it becomes a real wholesome treat seeing those moments of growing affection poke through Ranma and Akane's constant fighting and seething resent, because we, the audience, can see that they actually really do care for one another.
Got it!
Yes, the basic conventions of romantic story writing are present in Ranma 1/2. Congrats, Chad, you figured it out. You figured out the appeal of the show.
Nice job, man.
Good
you got
job.
the basics of storytelling down.
I have a genuine question. Did he fucking use Chat GPT to write this garbage ass
It
writing?
would not surprise me.
It wouldn't shock me. I know he did not use Chat GPT to write his novel because Chat GPT didn't really exist in its current form at that time. But this does feel very Chat GPT. It really does, because like this doesn't sound right. It sounds very like mechanical. It doesn't sound like a human
There's
being
no
wrote
like
this.
there's no opinion like being like the way it's expressed. It's not being expressed in like an opinion. Like I don't believe these are his thoughts being shown like through his words, if that makes sense. Like like there's an odd disconnect I'm noticing between what he's saying and what's between what he's saying and what's being said.
Exactly. It's very, yeah. A couple people in chat pointing it also. It's empty. There's an emptiness to his words, which feels very artificial. And it's repetitive too. It's very repetitive in a way it doesn't further the ideas that's being presented. And that is emblematic of AI writing. I'm going to let a few supers play in because we got a bunch real quickly.
Okay.
We'll make sure they play while they're relevant.
At Olivia_Williams
We got like 5 in a few
_purple
seconds.
_fairy super chatted $2.02. Sailor Saturn is best.
Yes. No, I don't agree. But she's up there.
At Angels Art and Gaming super chatted $2. While Ant is gone, everyone do some chaos.
I hope you didn't do too much chaos while I was gone. I like chaos.
I can't make.
At
I
Black
couldn't-
Rabbit
can't promise
Studios
anything.
11
Fair,
super
fair.
chatted $1.99. Give my autism representative Amy justice.
Yes.
Mercury forever.
Mercury is great autism rep. I love that.
At Nick Wolf 3885 super chatted $4.99. It was wild going from the Ocean Dub's Next Dimension and cargo robots to Toonami having Den say, "Don't P1SS off the god of love" when calling Paranga.
That is fun. I do love that. They don't piss off the god of love.
At super chatted $4.99. I realize now if Chud video essays guys wrote college essay reports, their writing would constantly get poor grades.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
That'd be rough. I used to grade those. Those
At
were
Eshan especially 04181 super chatted $5. I wish they would make the John Brown isekai.
Yes.
Ending forced labor in another would be awesome.
Sadly, there is a Harriet Tubman.
At Black Rabbit
anime
Studios
character,
11
which is
super
not
chatted
what we would like to see.
$1.99. Chuds really can't accept times change, can't they?
They really can't. No, they're still living in the late 90s.
At M's Vanessa Vengeance super chatted $5. Shad is whack. There are only two kinds of toxic in this world, toxic masculinity and toxic yaoi, Yuri.
Yes, and one of those is really good. The other one's not. I'll let you decide which one's which.
At Corpus Leo XLV super chatted $5. Femi ninjas broke into Netflix HQ and held John Netflix at gunpoint.
John Netflix is still at gunpoint right now. We have to release him. We have to save him.
At Matt Sherlock 9636 super chatted $2. As a autistic peep, I want that vid. What is about?
Still have to write it. We'll get there though. I was thinking about doing one about Black Manta.
At Fanguy99
And autism.
super chatted $4.99. This is my attempt to cause chaos. Batman is overrated.
Batman is overrated. We should have more Dick Grayson.
Blasphemy.
More Dick Grayson, less Bruce Wayne. I love how you can't even tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. I'm just mad.
That's fair. That's fair. No, you're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole. Okay, then. So I had to quote Big Lebowski at some point. I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say that's me. That's me to you. It's like you're not wrong.
You're just an asshole. All right, then. Fucking love Big Lebowski. Like, there's so many lines from that movie that like float into my vocabulary on a regular basis. Just like especially that right there. Like, okay, then. All right, back to this.
Wow, she's great.
I
Like, yeah,
wanted
it's-
to tell you, your hair really does look cute.
And that they both need to grow enough to overcome their immature nature and resent and learn to let the other know how much they actually care. Woven throughout the comical hijinks of this action anime is actually a very cleverly written romance story and character study. This is the heart of Ranma Half, and it's far more than a cheap harem
Ranma
anime or
Half.
some pathetic subversion of gender identity and gender roles.
Right, but here's the problem with all that. Nothing you just said contradicts. It's also about gender. The entire focus of the story is how the main character changes gender when exposed to water. And you didn't acknowledge that
Did you
at all.
Did you know that stories can be about multiple things?
Exactly. And the fact of the matter is, he's saying the whole story is the love story part of it, without addressing everything else that happens in the show.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Indeed, far from it. Ranma Half actually promotes traditional values
Ranma
and traditional gender identity, and you
In fairness, Rama half or Rama 1/2, they're both acceptable. Rama 1... Oh, I figured out who it was. I know who said Rama 1-2 now. It was fucking James
Yeah.
Somerton. That's who it was.
Oh,
of course it's Martin.
It was James
Of course
Somerton.
it was.
Because he's like, Ranma 1-2. Like, no, it's not Ranma 1-2. It's Ranma half, you dumbass.
Of course it was Somerton.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Should have known.
Like, who's the most clueless idiot who would think, oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
It was Somerton all along.
Yeah, he was going to do a Ranma video. And I think on stream one point was like, yeah, I'm doing a script on Ranma 1-2. Like, no, you dumbass. Anyway, sorry. I had to. That's been bugged me the whole time. That's who it is. It's James Somerton. There we go.
Uses Ranma's curse of turning into a girl to reinforce those traditional standards and beliefs by the contrasts that arise because of this transformation.
Suede wants to
and
join.
character interaction.
Who wants to join?
Suede.
Oh, yeah. Come on in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, Suede's always welcome here.
Oh, this is gonna be wild. I've been watching Suede since I was in like high school. So this is gonna be wild. I'm in the same voice chat as him.
Well, I mean, you know what? There's always some people you encounter on these streams, so it'll be fun.
It's so wild that this keeps happening.
It is pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, Suede's absolutely welcome. Yeah, 100%. Wait, I guess he needs to be a DM too. Jump on. Making sure you got the message.
Here I am also. Weird.
Oh, there you are. Excellent. Cool.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, no problem. It's always weird to hear people say like, "Oh, I've been listening to you for ages," because like I've never gone over like 20,000 subs. Like underground, like the most. I think I might be one of those people where it's like your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, where no one knows me except for like randomly famous people. It's weird.
Wait, I'm gonna give you some deep. I'm gonna show you how deep it is for me. I remember when you were still doing Anime Heaven.
Oh my gosh! No, you mean AMV Heaven? When I was talking about good AMVs.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember when you were still doing AMV Heaven. That's how. That's how deep the ball knowledge is for me.
Oh, we must return to AMVs.
Honestly,
Yes.
what was I fucking talking about the other day about this? Like, I was talking to someone about like how all the old Dragon Ball AMVs, the old Linkin Park and all that shit. And like, there's so much fun stuff with that. Like, I don't know, it's cheesy, but there's so much nostalgia that I have for that. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Just be careful with that one because it's kind of like, all the 70s movies are great. It's like, yes, there were lots of great 70s movies, but there was a lot of slop as well. Yeah. You just don't remember the slop.
That's the thing. That the best ones rise to the surface. You forget everything else. But I mean, I guess you kind of get the TikTok fan cams. I guess.
Also, we've now officially like team balanced it between the Americans and the fucking Oceanians.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I felt.
We balanced it. We balanced it in terms of gender, but that works too.
Yeah, seriously. So we have a balance of different hemispheres already. By the way, Suede, can you introduce yourself to anyone who doesn't know who you are yet? Because I think some people probably.
Oh yeah, because a lot of people don't. Yeah, it's true. No, yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm going to say this only once because I don't want to talk about it after that. Yes. I was part of Channel Awesome. I was actually I was part of Channel Awesome. I was actually the very first person that Channel Awesome hired outside of their Chicago base, and So after that, I discovered my niche by reviewing episodes of Pokemon, and that kind of took off quite a lot. And then I got completely booted off of YouTube, so now I'm Patreon exclusive. But I am trying to get back. Into YouTube coming in the next couple of months because Patreon is going to destroy me in November. So I'm afraid this is partly cynical promo, but at the same time, I also really wanted to jump on as well because. A, Shad's Australian, B, I know him a little bit, and C, just everything. But yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, Sway, listen, any support with jumping back on YouTube, let me know. You helped me out when I was first starting out. I'm absolutely willing to help you out right now. And
I just realized I didn't introduce myself when I entered.
Oh yeah, who are you exactly? Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Who is this person?
I just walked in.
You showed up.
Hi. Hi, I'm Lizzie Rose Oliver. I'm primarily a voice actress known for stuff children shouldn't be watching. We'll just say that.
Yeah, we'll put it that way.
Yeah. I have branded myself as a lesbian hiding in your Yaoi game, so.
Which is honestly not the worst thing in the world. I'm down for that always. You're always welcome.
Okay, I will DM you the PNG, my PNG avatar too.
Oh, no,
I'm feeling left out over here, and I've got one on standby.
No, wait, this is the same conversation I had 3 times. So, in the voice chat, there's a link to Reactive. Upload your PNG there, and it'll be all plugged in, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in the voice chat?
Yeah, no. So it's in the text.
Oh yeah, I got
voice
it.
chat.
Yep, got it.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep, I found it.
Yeah. So what that does, that'll apply.
Sometimes I log in with Discord. Sometimes I am reminded that I am in fact pushing 40, and I'm becoming my father. Help!
Yes. Here's the clicker. You gotta put. I'm so sorry. I'm also.
Yes,
I'm not that far behind, so I can't make fun of you too much there. But that'll carry through with anyone who's using Reactive on their stream. So it's actually good for me and good for anyone else. So you're good to go once you do that.
I'll focus on that after a bit. But yeah, what are we talking about? We going to go back to Shad, or are we still talking about history here?
Let's just dive back into Shad, because I feel like if we don't do that, we'll be here all night and never finish this video.
Probably,
which is painful.
Yeah. It's sad for me because I discovered Shad when he did his sword stuff, and it was actually pretty cool. He did one about he did. I can't remember which one he did, like one about gun blades or something like that. It was really cool, but then things went bad. Things went off the rails, and I discovered what's his brother who's an art YouTuber. I forgot what his name was. Jazza. I discovered Jazza completely independently, and that was quite a shock when I discovered that as well. But yeah, honestly, that's right, because that's right. I also have more inversion as well, because I was a Mormon for 30 years of my life, and apparently they're Mormon too. So I don't know if that's going to bring anything else to it. But yeah, we'll see if that happens.
Actually, your experience with Mormonism might actually be really helpful with this, because you might be able to have insight on things that I just wouldn't pick up on as someone who's not a Mormon. Because Shad's Mormonism, I think, does to an extent influence his media criticism. I know that. But it's funny because Jazz has also grew up Mormon, and his perspectives seem very different than Shad's. Do you have any perspective on that part?
Yeah. Oh, what's it? What you mean? Like people within an organization, some taking the teachings that have been given to them since birth in one direction, and some in another direction. I've never heard of it before.
Wild concept, right?
Yeah. People seem to think that because Mormonism is an offshoot of Christianity, they're like, oh, they must all believe the same thing, and it's just kind of like, no, it's kind of like Christianity. They have a prophet. The prophet gave teachings, and just like Jesus, those teachings can go in 2 different directions. Joseph Smith drank beer because the whole no alcohol thing started off as a word of wisdom. It was just kind of it's like don't take hard liquor, just be smart and be healthy with your body. And then during the temperance movement, the church really wanted to kind of lose the whole plural marriages thing, so they latched onto the temperance movement so they could get a bit more respect, and so that's why Mormons don't drink. So it's weird.
Ah, damn.
So
I know that was the history of it. That's actually really interesting. Putting that makes sense too.
But yeah, Joseph Smith had a bar in his house. He had a favorite beer, and everyone's just kind of like, oh, okay. And it's like, yeah, and similar things. It's like sort of he started up a communal bank that went really, really wrong, but at the same time he basically wanted to start up a form of religious communism, and everybody kind of forgets that one as well.
That's a part that I think especially from American Mormonism gets forgotten a lot. They're very anti-communist in America.
I am so look, I need to do full disclosure. I have since left the church for mostly LGBT reasons. Not for myself, but just being an ally. But the thing was that I was so mad at them because when they said that when they started being anti-trans, I was like, what are you doing? Because in the church, it is believed that your spirit is the perfect version of your body. Now, this is quite ableist, but this is quite ableist for a belief for them to have. But if you're born without an arm, your spirit has an arm. That's where phantom pain comes from. So in other words, it is perfectly, absolutely in canon. They could have gone, oh, a trans person is a person whose spirit is male, but they were born into a female body due to hormone imbalances or whatever. And they could have ran with that, but they didn't. They just went completely in the opposite direction. And I'm like, you're contradicting your own faith. What are you doing?
You have the obvious direction you can go in with that. That's like inclusive and accepting and loving, and you go in the other direction. It's I don't know.
It was just bizarre. Oh, well, and that one actually leads to Ranma half and stuff like that as well. It's just sort of like, Ranma has a male spirit, and like he can just switch it over whenever he wants to or something. But it's like, it's just bizarre that he's Oh, well, we'll see what he says about it because I'm coming in a bit late. But
so far, so we're getting into this point right now. So far, he's been arguing that because Ranma 1/2 has a core heterosexual romance in the center of it, that means so far any discussion outside of that is wrong. And he has a very his script so far. And by the way, let me know if you feel the same way. We've been thinking like it. I'm debating if it's like AI written because it has this kind of cadence about it where it feels very divorced emotionally. It's very emotionally divorced.
Well, hell yeah.
So you'll.
The thing is, it's like I remember his live action stuff. Has he been doing like voice only videos for a while?
No, that's the part that's so strange. This is unusual from what I've seen.
Because that's what I'm thinking is that maybe it's like, and he's speaking very calmly too, when he is quite animated and uses R slurs. But I mean, in his regular videos, he's very animated in his videos, and he seems quite calm here. It's like obviously this is all completely alleged, but at the same time, it would have been quite easy for him to just train an AI to read his script in his voice if he just feeds enough of his voice lines into it.
Yeah,
but I'm not hearing
that you are probably right on that one, and it makes too much sense.
This was
it lines up, but I also don't want to accuse because, like, if it really is him, then that would technically count as slander. That would count as slander because I'm speaking it. Thank you, J. Jonah Jameson. But
I don't think he did that, and I'll say why I think that. There's certain cadences to his speech that are inconsistent. I feel like AI would be more consistent. Like there's a few bits where he says things that are in a way don't sound quite.
And AI isn't quite perfect yet. There's usually a couple of fragments still. Sometimes you sometimes get a tiny bit of glitching in there, but
and this isn't like a super recent video, so it would have been like a weaker model of AI. So I don't know if that would be the case, but again, it could be. I have no idea. But I think you might have.
All right.
Anyway, so let's jump right back into it. Otherwise, we'll be debating it the whole day.
Yep.
All right.
This is all your fault, old man. What's the idea of dragging me to a place like that anyway, huh?
Ranma, you sound like a girl!
Indeed, on top of reinforcing traditional gender roles, it actually promotes traditional gender roles and gender identity, presenting these roles and identities all throughout the show as what is normal and good.
Dutiful wife make husband delicious lunch.
The overall categorical context of Ranma's ability to change genders is presented as a perversion.
Could we pause for just a sec? I'm not picking up. How are you guys? How are you guys watching this? Sorry, I missed all of it.
So I'm streaming this right now on Discord.
Yeah. So
okay, I just thought I didn't want to double up or hear echoes or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, I've got it in my ear, so it should be fine.
That should be good. It should be good if you have an earbud in there. So watching it through that.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what's funny to me? You know what's funny to me as someone who hasn't watched this older dub at all, hearing Ranma's voice and hearing this person insist that it's all hetero, all traditional gender roles and all that.
Yeah, because it's like very
male Ranma's voice. Male Ranma's voice has the biggest butch lesbian vibes I've heard in a while.
Oh my!
You're not wrong. But but no, none of these. Anyway, I digress. Let's keep going back to this
version of what is normal.
I am so ashamed. I cannot bear to see my son like this. Ranma, you're...
Go ahead and make fun of me, Ryoga. I'm just trying to get by. It's not easy having this curse for a body, you know.
You think I like it, old man? You think it's fun being a girl? You don't know what it's like. I just want to be normal again.
Ranma literally sees himself as a freak of nature for it and wants the curse to be gone, and the show presents this belief, as well as Ranma's unshakable male identity, even in the face of being able to turn into a biological female, as what is proper. Ranma always identifies as a man, even though cursed to turn into a girl.
Always.
I disagree with that. Doesn't he kind of embrace it by the end?
A lot. Yeah. I don't think
But
he takes it to
also-
the end. He's embracing it like really about like a quarter of the way through to some extent.
It's funny how it's like, okay, so you're insisting that there's no way to read queer trans stuff into Ranma at all. But what you just described, Shad,
Lizzie, having a little trouble
that's
mind.
what-
Can you repeat that?
So I was saying how, can you hear me fine now?
Yeah, you're good now. Sorry.
Okay, so it's funny hearing him say how, oh, there's no queer stuff in Ranma, or there's no trans stuff in Ranma, when while he's doing that, what was that? In the same breath, he ends up saying, oh, but it's also a plot of this person not being like having a dissonance of the gender they are versus like their body. And I'm like, bro, that's gender dysphoria.
Yeah,
that is literally gender dysphoria.
Yeah, exactly. So even if it's not literally Ranma be going from male to female on the inside, his expression is still gender dysphoria, which is still relatable to trans audiences. So it's like, even if your argument is that it's not literally a trans story, which, we're not saying it necessarily is, there are still components that a trans audience can watch and go, yeah, that's relatable to that audience.
Right. There's plenty of shows and movies that weren't explicitly made as trans allegories that did kind of become them, like, just through audience interpretation, and that's fine. Like, one of the more interesting ones.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, go on. I thought there was a pause. No, I was just saying is that this is actually weirdly serendipitous, because like literally the last episode I did of Pokemon Journey was episode 239, and it's actually like there's a bit at the end where like Gloom evolved into a Vileplume, but they wanted to instead evolve into a Blossom as well. And Misty was kind of like, oh, sometimes life throws bad things at you, but it's actually a big gift that you've been given, and you shouldn't be sad that you were given this body. And everyone's like, oh, darn it, we can tell that this wasn't meant that way, but oh, that hurts. But it's like,
it's relatable stuff, you know?
And someone in chat actually said that like there's a volume of the Wizard of Oz books called I can't remember which one it was, but there's one of them where the Queen of Oz like was born a woman, was then made a boy for most of her life, and then was transformed back, and that was. It's one of those ones where L. Frank Baum just wanted to have it as like a fun little fantasy twist, but in today's lens, it makes it so that it's can be applied in both directions. It can be in both a Chud view and a progressive view. It's quite weird.
Right.
Was that Ozma of Oz by chance?
No, it was the one before Ozma.
Okay.
Hang on, I have it on. Yeah.
It was the second book. It was the one between Wizard of Oz and Ozma of Oz. I remember.
Oh, was that was...
here it is. It's The Marvelous Land of Oz. Got
there
it.
You go.
That one.
There
Yes.
There you go. If we the Wizard of Oz fanatic in our circle is Krim. If he was here, he'd be shouting at us for getting that. He's he loves those. He loves Wizard of Oz, especially Wicked. But But no. But I hear you say it's true. And the thing is, right there, applicability is so vital to talking about narrative. Like whether or not you don't always need to have it to be literally what it is you're saying, if you can apply the meaning to it, I think anyway. But again, that's more subjective, and I think Shad takes a very literal perspective of art. But anyway, so far we all agree, though, in any regard, he's not right. No matter what angle you're looking at it, he's wrong.
He is very incorrect.
Yeah,
no. It missed the point
completely. Anyway, let's just dive right in.
Hey, cut it out, stupid! Girls, let's not fight! I told you I'm a guy!
And that right there is the key. Ranma even with his ability to turn into a girl, never identifies as one.
Here's the problem, too, as a quick aside. All of the clips he's using are from the first 7 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying necessarily, because I take clips usually from like a cluster of episodes too, because you have to download everything. It can be a pain in the ass to get like 100 episodes on your hard drive. But like, he's talking about a show that's gone on for over 100-something episodes, and his points of reference are all the very start of the show.
That's it's kind of like was it seeing the first 4 episodes of Schitt's Creek and saying, oh, this show is very much saying you cannot change. You'll always be a horrible person if you're rich and stuff like that. Yeah. But the whole point of Schitt's Creek is that they eventually become better people. So,
100% agree with that. That's exactly it. Yeah. And so it's very reductive, I think, for Shad to take this perspective. In my opinion, anyway.
or the opposite direction would be like, oh, hey, this Walter White, he's just trying to help out his family. Nothing wrong with that.
This Walter White's a great family man.
No, I actually watched it again the first time. He is pretty much a jerk from this beginning. It's just he's more sympathetic at the beginning, but still,
it's easy to overlook the shitty stuff he does early on. I think because you like him so much, you feel bad for him, and you overlook the obvious red flags. But that's it right there, isn't it? That's just good storytelling. It's like basic good storytelling. Anyway, anyone else have anything going on before we keep going? No? Okay, cool.
No.
Awesome.
Nope.
Awesome. Back to this.
Sometimes pretends to be a girl to fool people or exploit that form for his own benefit, such as being in girl form to get special treatment like getting additional scoops of ice cream.
Yep, when it comes to eating out, being a girl's the only way to go.
But at no point does he...
Oh, yeah. We both had the same thought there, Lizzie.
Oh, boy.
But also, like, in Japan, and correct me if I'm wrong, isn't, like, ice cream a more traditionally feminine food? Like, isn't it more associated with feminine identity in Japan, if I recall correctly?
I don't know. It depends. But it's more like chocolate, I'd say. I don't know. But the funny thing that I'm thinking is... This is just the ADHD in me going. I'm like, isn't ice cream a liquid, or is it literally only water that transforms him? Or does he have to be completely splashed?
It's fluid in some cases.
Oh, jeez. Yes.
Phrasing.
Well, mind you, is it cold water that transforms him into a girl, or is it cold water that transforms her back into a boy, or is it both? I can't remember.
Hot water for girl to boy, cold water for guy to girl, because it has to be the easiest thing to find to make him into a girl awkward moments. So it's hard to get hot water for that reason.
Okay, so ice cream's fine. That's cold liquid. So yeah. We're all good.
Yep. Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, back to this.
Ever think he is actually a girl. His belief that a man cannot become a girl is so ingrained that even when a curse literally turns him into a biological female, he is and always and forever will be a male.
This is a duel, you coward! Don't you start talking like a girl!
Who you calling a girl? I'm a guy!
I'm a guy, okay? There's no way I'm gonna let you dress me up like a girl, so forget it!
But all your clothes are in the wash. It's only for a little while, Ranma.
No way!
No, don't force feed me!
Hold it a minute! Cut it out! Give it up,
What are they putting on her?
I told you I'm a guy!
A lot
Ranma
of different
believes,
outfits.
and the context of the show promotes traditional ideas of gender identity and expression and uses Ranma's curse to reinforce this, not subvert it, as some modern woke activists might proclaim. For instance, Ranma believes a man should never hit a woman.
Well, a lot of times when a guy fights with a girl,
he literally wins multiple fights against women, though. Come on. Come on. He still fights women. Come on.
lets her win.
Don't underestimate me. Why not try me for real sometime?
Violent or not, you're still a girl. I don't fight girls.
A man should never wear girls' clothing.
I'm a guy, okay? There's no way.
And yet he wears women's clothing multiple times in the show, so that's not really a good point there, Shad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you dress me up like a girl, so forget it!
If I change back into a boy in this getup, the reputation of the Sao Tome School of Anything Goes martial arts is practically done for.
He's wearing a girl's outfit. Like, come on, Chad. You can't be consistent with the evidence there. Anyway.
And should not be carried by a woman.
Well, come on.
Come on what?
Piggyback. You can't walk, right?
Hey, no way! You can't expect a guy to do something embarrassing like that.
That it's creepy when men are attracted to him.
Well, here's the thing also that's important to... Well, first off, creepy is a whole other thing, by the way. He doesn't like the guys who are attracted to him also. That's the factor as well, let's be quite fair. They're mostly creeps. But, like, the thing also is that even though Ranma doesn't want to be treated like that, he's still treated like that, you know? He still goes along with it to an extent. So it's like, you can only say like, oh, he rejects this entirely for so many times before you go, well, he keeps doing it. So like,
and
really,
also it's the first like 10 episodes. It's the first arc. Help, show us later in the arc.
These are all the
beginning of the arc. Like, he's also like I thought it was just me because again, I haven't watched the series fully, but I'm like, aren't these all like near the beginning?
Yeah, it's just like this is a series that anime-wise goes into like the triple digits. So like to only take your examples from like the first 12 episodes speaks more to your own media literacy about something when you're really only comparing it to the first 3 volumes of a manga.
Yeah. Oh god, I realize what this is. I'm realizing what this video is reminding me of.
What is it?
What?
I'm so sorry for mentioning this. I'm reminded of Nostalgia Critic's video on Sailor Moon where he kind of
can't escape it.
I'm so sorry, the series clearly based on only the first few episodes.
His review of what? Sorry, that's it. Yeah, it's all good.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You bombarded.
He
Sway
was
with
very
his trigger.
popular. He still has over 1 million subs. He's gonna come up. That's it.
I know. It's like I was like, but yeah, like just throughout this entire thing, I was like, why is this video pissing me off so much? You know, I don't have much of an attachment to Ranma, and I finally figured it out. That's why, because it reminded me of that garbage.
Yeah.
All right. To spare Swade's feelings, let's have some super chats play real quick, just to distract from that.
Okie doke.
At Nick Wolf 3,885 super
I can
chatted
set up the avatar in the
$2.
meantime.
Swade,
Oh, yeah.
I still remember your Trigun video.
Oh yeah.
Smiling face with hearts.
Yeah, Swade's Trigun video is awesome.
Yeah.
At Olivia _ Williams _ purple _ fairy super chatted $2.02. I have followed Swade since he joined TGWTG.
There you go.
At Matt Sherlock 963.
Oh dang it! Sorry, I can't hear it. I don't have the audio on it. I thought at least the super chats would come through.
Sorry.
Okay, got it.
Also, I love Black Manta.
It's all
the
good.
depiction of his autism was just so wrong and gross.
Yeah, that was a weird arc with no Black Manta there.
At Lotus Queen 38 super chatted $2. Swade is the Lupe Fiasco of media critics.
There you go. I think it's a compliment. I don't know. Lupe Fiasco. I'm sorry.
At Olivia
I'm so detached
_
from
Williams
culture.
_ purple _ fairy super chatted $5.07.
Yes, because
Mormonism isn't alone in the communist origins.
Sorry, I'm
Facts
quite far
imply that
behind
early
because I am in New
Christians were
Zealand
living in
and
communion
I'm
and
so much
sharing
bad
all
pig.
wealth.
Yeah, no, there you go.
At Tall King Movie Bubbles B6N super chatted $4.99. When need a tail queen short queen gay relationship in media.
Mm-hmm.
At Inquiring Graven super chatted $4.99. Wait, Swade is both Aussie and ex-Mormon. And also said Ranma half. Can he explain why Shad has this crazy way of saying it?
I'm sorry. I don't know if anyone can explain why Shad says how he does.
At Ermanita Rules super chatted $1.99. Hey. Phrasing.
Phrasing? Yeah. Okay. Fair. There's a reference to
At
girls.
Corpus Leo XLV super chatted
eating.
$5. Modern woke activists implies the existence of antique woke activists.
Antique woke activists. That's it's a phrasing of it.
At
there, too.
Zypher 8677 super chatted $2. What counts as hot or cold? In Celsius Fahrenheit?
That was always vague. I don't know if they even know for sure. They're inconsistent with that one.
At Blue Baron 6858 super chatted $2. Why are these weird grifters so obsessed with trans thinking face?
It's the vibration of the molecules. Again, sorry for I'm being so far behind it.
That's it right there.
At
That fits too with the one that just passed,
Matchlock9636
actually.
super chatted $5. Name as many Antifa video games as you can think of. I need a cathartic release. I say mouse counts, also Wolfenstein, and most WW2 games.
Definitely Wolfenstein is very woke, I'd say. Anyway, so we got those.
I was like, Swade, real quick, Swade. Are you watching the YouTube stream? Is that why you're far behind? Okay,
Yes, I'm watching the YouTube stream.
I'm going to make it a bit easier for you. Ant is literally screen sharing in Discord right now. Pop in on that.
Oh my gosh, I am an...
Wait a second, you were watching the YouTube stream and not the Discord stream this whole time?
Yeah, I had a feeling that's what was happening.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah, now you should be able to watch it in real time, and you should be able to hear when the super chats come in.
Yeah,
as well as... And I should have a better microphone now as well. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, your microphone sounds much better now. It's perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, I was on the phone before, but yeah.
Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. Okay, cool. Now we're all in the same place. Everyone's good? We're all buckled in place? Okay, good.
Yep.
Let's jump in.
I love you. That Kuno's sick.
And many other traditional masculine beliefs that subversive feminist or woke beliefs would see them as chauvinistic or misogynistic.
Oh, right! You know, I've always wanted to eat one of these. Don't tell me you've never had ice cream. Guys would never eat this kind. It'd be embarrassing.
Ranma is a
Yeah,
tradition.
that's why I thought that ice cream is more feminine because of that bit right there. In Japan, perceive that as that anyway. But the thing is, by Shad's own logic, that clip defeats everything he just said. Because he's saying, like, Ranma adheres to traditional masculine roles. But we saw him being shackled to traditional masculine standards and happy when he broke them. So it's like, by that
I was gonna
logic...
say, based on the clip there, it seemed like that was kind of being more critical of, like, strict gender roles like this and, like, stupid gender shit like, oh, guys don't eat ice cream. Why the fuck not?
Exactly. It's like he's happier when he's breaking the conventions as opposed to being completely adhering to them. So with that logic right there, Shad's argument doesn't hold up. You know? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, not to mention he's also mostly getting mad at being misgendered. It's like maybe you shouldn't. It's like it's so weird.
Yeah, it's like what's the argument here? Like it's like, and again the argument that it's like, oh, he gets creeped out when men hit on him. Like, no, it's just the one guy who's a creep. Like, it's specifically the one dude who's an asshole. Like, that's the logic there. It's like, I don't know, when creepy people hit on you, it's not fun. Case in point, this creepy person hitting on you. So it's like he's taking a real stretch on that. I don't know. Anyway.
Traditionally masculine man who sees himself as a man that is cursed, not one that is happy to flip his gender identity on a dime. When in girl form, he absolutely still identifies as a man. This is the cause of some hilarious hijinks in the show, because the show is aware that men and women are different and stereotypical male behavior is not usually equivalent or appropriate for females. One extreme example of this in the show is how...
I always get weird when someone says females all the time, like the females.
I do all the time.
Yeah.
It's a major red flag, honestly.
Yeah, it's so off-putting. The females. Like, it's the same thing.
It's like using the R slur. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's all coming together now. It's all connected.
I always end up thinking of the goddamn Ferengi from Deep Space Nine every time someone says females. Like,
the females.
The females.
Oh God. So is Shad a Ferengi? There we go. That's the next question. Next video.
That would make too much sense.
It may make too much sense. Yeah, unfortunately. Anyway.
Ranma treats his modesty. He is completely used to training topless as a man and does not even register at times that he has turned into a girl and has an exposed chest.
I always found that unrealistic from the girls that I've known.
Yeah, no. If is air flowing in that direction, like, you're gonna feel it.
Well, and also, if you're training with gazongas, there's inertia happening, and you notice that.
Yeah,
from what
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Things are rocking
you will
around.
Feel that.
Yeah, things are rocking up there.
Well, that's a nitpick of the show, though. That's not shared, but yeah.
In fairness, I don't expect Shad to know that either, so it all works out.
Yeah.
I don't think Shad knows how breasts work, based on just his art. The AI generated art, I should specify. Anyway.
Yeah.
Who the heck are you?
Shut up and fight me!
Ranma?
Say something.
Is it you?
Just who did you think it was, you stupid jerk? Ranma! Your blouse! Oh! Didn't you even notice?
There's too much dead
Did you
air.
give him a
Yeah,
girl, I mean?
seriously. Why is the clip so long? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, why? Like, he
didn't need that long pause. That long pause didn't advance the narrative. The long pause was just.
Yeah, you can cut things out. You don't have to have the whole clip either. Like, you can just have like a couple seconds. You don't need the whole thing.
I have no love for Shad, but does he want his account taken down?
This has been up for like a year now, so I assume it's probably just demonetized.
It's been up for a year now, you say?
Yeah, it's been up for a little bit. Yeah, this is an older video.
Yeah, unlike my videos that all got taken down by. Sorry, I'm not.
What was that? What was that?
No. For those who don't know, I had a pretty decent thing going on YouTube with where I reviewed every episode of Pokemon. I tried to be as fair use as possible, but Showpro brought the hammer down. So yes, when I see people blatantly going well over 10 seconds and showing the entire thing full screen and being up for over a year, it's a little annoying.
No, I hear you there. I try to keep it at 7-second clips, so it's 6-second clips if possible at most. Because
I feel your pain on that. I've had to start putting like manga panels in like 50% opacity over it to get the copyright bots away from it.
Yeah.
Any trick you can pull at this point. Those bots suck. I've had multiple videos demonetized just because it was like
I wonder. Am I correct that I've had passing chats with Team 4-Star, but I keep forgetting to ask them. It's like, is the reason they're not taken down because they make zero money off of it? I think that's the only reason they're still up or something.
I don't
One
know.
would
I hope
argue,
so.
yes.
I know I know during like the last year they were doing DBZA, they ran into a lot of takedowns. Like,
yep, it was like every other month it was takedowns.
Wasn't like Totally Not Mark also having like a lot of issues with that at one point? I think like most of his videos got taken down.
Yes. He
I think
almost
it's mostly
quit
the
because of
monetization, but yeah, I think like they're a lot less what's the word, litigious if you don't make any money off the videos because they just see that it's free advertising and people not getting money off of it. But that doesn't mean you can't advertise a Patreon, but still.
There you go.
Yeah, I will definitely say, going back to Shad here real quick, like 50% of this video is just cutting back to clips of Ranma, and it's like, at this point, like, we're like 14 minutes into this video, and Shad's only been talking for about like 8 or 9 minutes of it, and like he keeps on cutting back to the points, and a lot of it is reused clips that he's already used.
Yeah, I noticed it before too. Like if he's like most of the time, I mean, kudos to him, I suppose, for not being clickbait. Like, but for most essays of this type, it would be like, look, Ranma half is woke now. Watch out! It used to be like this, and then you'd give several other examples of other series because that actually strengthens your views. Like put up some of the other problematic ones, like Princess Knight or Blackjack or something like that from like the early days.
Exactly. There's a lot of like different
I'm doing his job for him. Help!
That's the point where we're writing the video better than he is because he's not good at this. Like it's like there's so many elements here, and the part that's so confusing is that the video is titled "The Attempt to Make Ranma 1/2 Woke and the Danger of the Netflix Reboot," and he's mentioned the Netflix reboot for 30 seconds out of these 14 minutes of a 25-minute video. He's barely mentioned the subject of his title in the video, which I guess is hypocritical of me to make after my last video where I mentioned Black Panther in the title and mentioned him like for all 5 seconds. But even still.
I think as long as you've got a title that like makes sure that the title gets across that it's looking at a broader view and then it's just one aspect, but still,
exactly. That's the logic I use to justify to myself to use very specific
That's how
titles.
I sleep at night. Yep.
That's my moral center right there.
accustomed to the modesty standards of men and has trouble translating that in his girl form.
Good morning, Mr. Tendo.
You are.
Now remember, he said before, this is not perverted. Oh, and another person joins us. How's it going, Andrew?
Oh my gosh, Andrew, what are you doing? Andrew Blewett, what are you doing here?
Swade, what are you doing here?
You got
What are
in my
you
intro.
doing
Oh,
here?
no,
Oh
wait,
my
well,
god,
hold on.
we are going to have like 17 people at the end of this. I love this. Okay, just keep going. Let's just keep rolling. It's all good.
Oh no, wait, hold on a
Let's do
second.
this. Let's just
Okay,
go.
okay, wait. There's one thing that I sadly have to point out. Oh, here it goes again. How old is Ranma?
I think 14.
14, yeah. The guy could have easily leapt and gone in the other direction there.
But
yeah.
but Swade, Shad said the show wasn't sexual or perverted in any way whatsoever. So I mean, like,
Oh, well, if Shad says it.
if Shad said it has to be true.
It has to be true.
Has to be true.
No, yeah. Like I said,
Would he lie?
16? Okay, some
adore
people saying
Japan,
16
but
in
yeah.
chat. Some people saying 16 in chat, so that's probably more accurate.
Oh, 16? Oh, well, that makes it so much better. Look, okay. Okay, that makes it better for age of consent and literally nothing else.
Yeah,
Help.
it's, it's still a child.
Yeah.
It's still a child. Like, oh, that was the thing. Is that, yeah. Oh, sorry. I have to. No, I am so sorry. Go ahead. It's a bit delayed.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, so 16. That's that specific fucking number. So I got a comment last week on my Final Fantasy X-2 video when I very briefly was like talking about like Riku's redesign and mentioning that she's 17. And like not like going into detail, just like kind of passing like, oh, okay, she's barely wearing anything. I can understand it. I don't agree with it. Whatever. Moving on. Someone got like kind of heated, saying like, well, 16 is the age of consent in most countries, and also she's a fictional character. And I'm just like, I'm not going to bother. Hide this user.
No. There's
This is not a conversation.
As I've said, I love Japan. I adore Japan. Loving someone means knowing their flaws. Japan has a big problem, and and this isn't like sort of like, oh, it's cultural differences and that kind of thing. No. They're violating they're violating UN laws which they have agreed to be a part of, and like the child pornography was. Oh shoot, I shouldn't say that on YouTube. That's right, you might get demonetized.
It's all, at this point.
Okay.
Super chats will make up for it.
Like CSAM was made illegal to own in 2015 in Japan. That's the reason why the Rurouni Kenshin mangaka only got a slap on the wrist. He got like a $2,000 fine for having so much CSAM that they thought that he might have been
a dealer.
Yeah. They did. They thought he was a dealer, and it was just. And the reason why he got a slap on the wrist is because it was only just recently made illegal, and it's just like, oh my gosh. Like, producing it was made illegal a lot earlier, but possessing it was absolutely fine for so long. But yeah, that's a distraction. But yeah, him saying there's no problems with old anime. There's no problems with like what they did in old Japan. I'm like, there's a lot of problems.
Yeah,
so there's a fair bit.
It's awful. It's like it's one of those things too where like the discussion comes up every time, and like even in Japan, not all Japanese people are on board with it. Like it's not even like the whole. Like there's a lot of discomfort there too, but it's like when you look at the scheme of it. Oh, the people in chat did not. Wait, some people in chat didn't know about the Kenshin story. I'm seeing some people in chat going like, "Wait, what?" Like that was like a decade ago at this point.
Yeah,
I'm really sorry to shatter it. Yeah, the mangaka of Rurouni Kenshin had so much CSAM that his house was raided and they thought that he was distributing, and he only got a slap on the wrist fine because it was just barely made illegal. And the ickiest part, and I'm really sorry about this for you guys because I'm gonna kind of hurt a hero here. Oda's stumped for him in the past. Like the mangaka of One Piece has. He was his assistant at one point. Watsuki was his mentor. So like he's stumped for him in the past. So just be careful there. Don't hero worship him quite so much.
I think the only shonen mangaka who like kind of rejected him to some degree was the guy did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with that. Was it
Yes,
JoJo?
this is amazing.
And Araki is based for that. Araki is forever based for that.
Yeah, that's about
I just love like he was it. Yeah, for those who don't know, there was like a big celebration of Rurouni Kenshin where like all these manga sent in like sort of guest art for it, and like I'm pretty sure Araki was like obligated by the company and was basically like, you don't do this, you're fired. So he sent in like the most like 2 years on Deviant art kind of thing.
Hang on, we have the picture right here. We have the picture right here. Actually, let me bring it up.
Here, take. Crumpled it up.
Let's put the picture.
Tossed it at him from across the room.
Here's the image he put out. I think the tiny the tiny
It's
size
so
of this
deviant art. How to draw manga-esque. Just that's like
this is like I had a couple colored pencils. I did this in 5 seconds. Here you go.
I can smell the pixels on this.
Right. Anyway, back to this lovely.
So now we know that. Yes. Old manga isn't necessarily better manga. 90s animation was great, but that's mainly because there weren't shortcuts and they were crunched even worse than they are now, which is amazing. But yeah,
exactly. And Araki is still the best, as everyone in chat knows.
Yes.
Anyway, back to this.
Unbelievable! Have you no sense of feminine modesty?
You don't know nothing. What is a tomboy like?
These are two different scenes he's just spliced together as though they're the same
You know
thing.
about feminine modesty.
You really are.
I read the Ranma half manga when I was growing up, so I never actually saw the anime. Did they? So a girl did both voices, was it? They didn't separate the voices.
At least in the Ocean dub, they did.
I know in other versions of the dub, they have the same voice actor who did Inuyasha doing Ranma's voice. Which I think fits.
What would be cool is do you know if for the Netflix reboot they're going to get a trans actor to play him? That would be awesome. But
I think they already dubbed. I think they've already been dubbing it, haven't they? Like
they have already been dubbing it. That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a trans.
I've been watching it like subs. So I haven't watched the dub for the new. Outside the one clip right here, but still. Anyway,
Sorry. Hang on, just quick. Is that for those who don't know, one of the reasons why I've been stumping for trans people for a very long time. Well, one for the obvious, like human rights issues and human rights reasons and all that. But the other reason is because I found out very early on that Meowth's voice actor was trans in the original.
Maddie Blaustein, we miss you every day.
May she rest in peace.
Seriously,
that's the person that I point to. Well, I mean, if I'm in nerd circles, obviously, that's the person I point to when people say, "Oh, trans is just a recent thing." Maddie Blaustein was in the flippin' early 2000s. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and outside of that, you go back to Christine Jorgensen back in the 50s. Like, there's a long history.
My main thing is pointing not like as rep, but as like throwaway jokes, whether or not they're at the expense of the person. I'll leave you to decide on The Simpsons and The Critic. Glenn/Glenda loved her, hated him. My cousin Frank became Francine, etc., etc. They're not treated as weird. They're treated as like, oh yeah, that's just a thing that happens.
No, that's like I mean, the trans panic stuff was obviously there, but at least in pop culture, it was mostly just they're weird. But that's the extent that it went. It was just like
I think to some extent, like there's some, because I was just talking about it in like my recent video I was putting out. Back in the 80s, John Lithgow played in World According to Garp, a trans woman, which and Lithgow never did anything else related to trans people ever again.
No, never,
not once. Especially not recently.
It's amazing with the research that I've done. I found this. Well, I found a documentary about the fact that in California, at least, gay men would transition in order to get married because they accepted trans women more than they accepted gay men.
Which is
wild.
It's wild.
Yeah,
to think
can you imagine?
That. Wow. But it's funny too. There were other cases too, like that, where there was a this is going to get to very esoteric media for 5 seconds, and we'll jump back to Ranma. But there was a lost film that I have wanted to find for like years now, and it's called I forget what it was called. It was like a PSA from the 30s, Children of Loneliness. That was what it was, and in the adverts they were saying like, "Is this the third gender?" the gays.
Ah, yes. The gays.
The gays.
The gays are the third gender.
Basically, imagine Reefer Madness for gay people. That's what this movie is.
Oh my!
Like,
I need to see this.
No.
I need
it's
this
lost. You can't find it. It's you can't watch it.
Yeah, I need this to be found.
Yes, exactly. I know I want to see it so badly. Look, it's like the most melodramatic, cheesy, bad nonsense you could imagine. But it's like,
no, that reminds me of that Time magazine cover where it was just kind of like, was it not gay, not straight?
the bisexuals.
What is bisexuality?
What are bisexuals? What are they?
I'm just like, is the brain not capable of?
How
and
quaint.
And it's like, here are 5 people who all dress very nicely. What are they? They have decent fashion sense. Are they human?
Then 20 years later, it's like, oh, look at these fashionable neo-Nazis. How the fuck did the pendulum swing that way?
Pretty
God
far
damn it.
and fast. Yeah. Meanwhile, David Bowie was like, wait, what? Anyway, back to Ranma.
All right.
Indeed, Ranma seems to resent conforming to feminine modesty even in his girl form because that would mean acting like a girl, which he loathes to do. Because
he does it. You just showed him smiling while doing it. Like you should
just forgot about it.
Wait. Where was that clip? Let me go back a couple. Not even like all that far back. We're talking like less than like a couple minutes ago, where he was like, "Oh, ice cream! I love ice cream." Because, no, is this it? Right here.
Oh no, you were saying that ice cream was feminine, but yeah,
it was the eating out ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the eating out ice cream. I'm just gonna go back to 14. Okay, it's not worth finding, but he was just talking about eating out ice cream.
Because that would mean acting like a girl, which he loathes to do. Because even in his girl form, Ranma sees himself as a man and acts like a man. There are very few times Ranma knowingly acts like a girl in his girl form. And when he does this, it's usually to trick someone or, as I mentioned, exploit that form for his own benefit, but never to subvert his rock-solid identity as a man or betray his traditional masculine belief.
Except for the time he literally forgets he was ever a boy in the anime. That is a thing that happens.
And that is actually a thing that happens.
Yeah, at least once.
Look, I have a lot of what's the word, imposter syndrome, because I feel like I don't know enough esoteric stuff. But seeing this helps me out a little bit because I'm just kind of like, what? And there is literally a manga called There's a manga called oh darn it, I forgot what it was called. There's an entire manga about a guy who likes girly things and how you should accept it. Ikimen, I can't remember what it was called.
At least
but yeah,
one. There's probably a few like that, I think.
Like Sakibari-kun predates Ranma
by a lot.
There was there was an episode. I mean, like going into my own filing cabinet, there is an episode of Pokemon where there is a male idol who has to hide the fact that he loves his little baby Smoochum, because everybody was like, oh no, his fan base of teenage girls will hate the fact that he has a sensitive side.
Exactly. And speaking of Pokemon too, a friend of the channel, Cecily, just put out a video like last couple of days where it was talking about the Pokemon manga, How I Became a Pokemon Card, which was not released outside of Japan.
I heard about that one. That's yeah.
And the main character is, I'm not sure if they're a girl a boy who's a trans woman, or if it's a trans man who's it's a little uncertain, but like basically it deals with the trans character who has to deal with gender dysphoria essentially early on.
There is like it's one of those annoyingly nuanced things, because it's one of those annoyingly nuanced things about queerness in Japan, because there are some aspects of queerness that's actually quite accepted. It is perfectly fine for girls to have lesbian relationships as long as they grow out of it. And it's like,
which is own swell of problems there, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there are drag bars which are owned by a drag that are curated by a drag mama, but at the same time, there's also a lot of horrible stereotypes that go along with that as well. It's kind of like the Yakuza games, where like the Yakuza games are amazing in that regard, because it's kind of like the trans bartender is the stereotypical big muscly man with 5 o'clock shadow and lipstick, but Kiryu absolutely is completely on board and beats up anyone who says that she is not a woman. So I'm just kind of like, oh, Japan, please make me not less confused. Thank you.
Exactly.
It's weird. One thing I notice about like chuds like Shad who talk about anime is that they're convinced Japan lives in this static like time loop that hasn't like advanced. They think society has
stuck in the time loop. Even if it was stuck in the mid 2000s, Persona 4, Kanji, his entire storyline is about liking girly things.
Yeah, right. I was actually going to get. I was about to get to that. Like, and he doesn't like. They don't understand that. Like, just because Japanese society does have like a lot that's very much in terms of like traditional stuff. I'm good at words, I swear. Like they don't understand that there is still media that comes from Japan that very rightly criticizes that mindset. Persona 4 being a big one. Like Kanji's whole thing is that, you know, there's this expectation to conform to like male gender roles is like, oh, the big tough guy, and it's like, oh, he likes girly things, that's weird, and how it's stupid that's even an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then there's Naoto, which is an entire other can of worms. But yeah.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on Naoto.
We're not doing Naoto. That's too much for the discussion.
I was gonna say.
I'm not looking forward to the Persona 4 discourse coming back.
No, God, it's gonna be a mess. Especially because Naoto. I won't open the can of worms too much, but I'll pop the lid slightly. That's a great example too of where literal interpretation comes in and your audience experience applying your perspectives of the character come in. Because like I feel like Naoto is a great example of applicable philosophy, but the story itself has a lot of problems that keep it from literally being that interpretation. I feel like Persona 4 has
I've known at least I've known like more than one trans person I've known has been inspired by Naoto, but it was just kind of like that ending. They just kind of forget about the ending, and everything else was fantastic. It was just
exactly. Applicability is so valuable in that sense. So
I've got my thoughts, but I don't want to get into it here.
No. That's like I said, it's huge. And let's at least wait for the remake to be on the horizon or something like that.
Then hope they don't
pull Yakuza 3, but
you got to go into that discussion with the mental fortitude to deal with like how much of a clusterfuck that becomes so quickly.
Just imagining like the colossal titan, except he's got like it's got unfortunate nuance on its head, just kind of popping over the wall.
By the way, actually, because we have two trans people in the chat. What do you briefly? What do you both think about this?
About Naoto specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Chloe, you want to go first, or should I?
I mean, Naoto's entire arc was one of the things that I acknowledged growing up. That I was just like, oh, wait, gender is a thing. But nowadays, I'm just sitting here just like, wow. So you decided that the end game for someone who is very much most likely transmasc is to just have them in the time skip just be completely feminized and be like, oh yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about when I was talking about all of that. I'm actually comfortable being a girl. Like, that's such an uncomfortable thing to just like plant in, and I hate how Persona 4 Golden just decided to put that in as ending.
It's like I can see like a couple of lines that might be able to rescue it, where they kind of go like sort of, it's like, I tried it. I transitioned. It didn't quite feel comfortable enough. Maybe I'm not really a boy or a girl. Maybe I have aspects of both. And then you'd have like kind of an agender feel to it. But it's just like, it's like
there are many options they could have taken that were different.
The team at Atlas, I feel, in regards to that one, or specifically the ones that wrote Persona 4 and tacked on all of that additional stuff to Persona 4 from Golden onwards, are cowards in the way that they just continue to just like rewrite those bits.
Again, it's kind of like a microcosm of Japan in general, because kanji is so good, but Naoto is so iffy, and it's just kind of like,
right. So I guess talking from my perspective on Naoto, it's one of those things where, so fun little fact about me, something that's never gotten me into trouble at all is
never.
I try to be a little more positive when like understanding like a lot of these situations and try to give people the benefit of the doubt, sometimes to my detriment. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
are you autistic, by the way? sorry.
Yes, I am.
I feel like that's an autistic trait. Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
aggressively devil's advocate. Yeah, but
yeah. So my opinion on Persona 4 and the whole Naoto thing is that if we're just talking the base PS2 vanilla, no additions, no frills version of the game, and thus Naoto's arc, I can see how a lot of the more problematic aspects were completely accidental.
Yeah,
and
one thing.
I try my very hardest to look past the iffiness of it and understand what they were going for, what they were talking about, and like what they were criticizing in terms of like gender roles in Japan. That said, it is very, very hard to look past it sometimes.
Seriously.
Well,
seriously.
not just that, but also the scrapped romance subplot with Yosuke, dag nabbit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the way, chat, I want to put this up real quick. Some people in chat confused. We're talking about Naoto, not Naruto. There is a very big difference between Naruto and Naruto.
No. If that's the thing. If Shed wanted to put on a thing about Japan being all like, oh, you can be a girl for feminine wiles. There's Naruto.
Yeah, right there.
Naruto is a girl for the wrong reasons.
Just for the fun of it. Now, and don't apologize, by the way. It's an easy mistake to make if you don't know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Anyway, let's let some super chats play real quick because a bunch of them piling up.
I can hear them this time. Hooray!
Yeah, you can. Oh, I hope they didn't break the super chats. Did I break it?
Can't believe Ant broke the super chats.
They were back.
There we go.
They're unbroken.
At Nick Wolf 3885 super chatted $2. Well, Shad loves capitalism like the Ferengi.
Yeah. Oh crap, he is the Ferengi. Okay, we're good.
At Starless Red Lark super chatted $2. Bros got more dead air than a Luis Buñuel movie.
That's a reference. Oh, that's a reference. I appreciate that.
I would have gone with Sergio Leone, but yes.
3885 super chatted $2. If Maddie were still alive, Rohan Kishibe full stop.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That'd be good. Be so good.
At Nick Wolf 3885 super chatted $2. I forget. Has the metrosexual gone extinct?
Yeah, that phrasing has gone extinct.
Oh my god.
At NanixRunner7252 super chatted $10. Another Pokemon point. Whenever Team Rocket goes incognito, Jesse almost always plays the masculine role, while James almost always plays the feminine role.
It was so saturated that it kind of didn't register for me anymore. Yes, they're flagrant cross-dressers.
At the Wyvern super chatted $5. I have hope considering one of the few changes to Reload's writing was replacing a transphobic joke with something genuinely funny.
Here's hoping.
Yes, that is true.
Here's hoping it continues with that.
Oh, yeah.
Persona, yeah. Anyway, back to...
Oh, yeah, Persona 5, yeah.
Back to Shad.
But he is willing to use his girl form to get around those traditional masculine standards, not to contradict or subvert them.
So he subverts them?
Wait.
If he's going around them, he's subverting them.
Say that again slowly.
What? Yeah.
So
he gets around them, not subverts them. But that's literally what subverting means.
He gets around them. Wait, so are you trying to imply that there are elements of femininity that it's bad that they're put in place, Shad? Is that what you're trying to say?
Apparently. Apparently.
So you're saying that he should be allowed to do traditionally girly things because he needs to be able to become a girl to do them. So in other words, you think it's okay for him to be able to be interested in girly things, or are you not saying that? Help! It's
like, what are you doing, Shad?
He's saying whatever he needs to make sure his point has legs, even when it doesn't.
Yeah. No, we're not avoiding this. We're just not addressing it. That's what it means.
That's why you don't stay on a point too long. You risk contradicting yourself. I know this from experience.
Yeah,
I'm not dying on this hill. I'm merely digging a grave atop an elevated piece of land.
Totally different. There's no similarity whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to this.
Boy, do you look stupid. Since you
on, Akane. I'll be right back. Here we go.
Figure skating is just too embarrassing as a guy.
For instance, when needing to fight a girl,
You just
he will
passed a
adopt his
boy
girl.
figure skating.
Yeah.
The boy was the one making fun of him. The boy
Yeah.
said, "Hey, you look stupid."
Maybe the problem isn't that Rama is trying to adhere to traditional gender roles. Maybe the problem is he's an insecure teenager, and he has to get over it.
A teenager?
yeah.
Insecure? No, never.
Listen,
No.
teenagers have never been insecure about anything ever since the beginning of time. So I don't know what you guys are talking
Never.
about.
Oh, well, look,
And
if
we
there's
should
one thing
know.
that
We
Jap-
were all teenagers once.
At some point, yes.
If there's one thing that Japan is actually decent at, or at least it was back in the day, like back when I was researching it, was just that at least early childhood, up until like 7 or 8, in Japan, children are very much gender neutral. They're dressed exactly the same no matter what. So there might be a point to be made there, but I'm guessing Shad didn't actually consider that even a little bit, but still.
No, Shad, I don't think Chad knows anything about Japan. I'll be honest with you. I really don't think.
I
he
don't think
who's
Shad
done
knows
research.
anything.
You see, that's
basically
probably
like for the first 8 to 10 years, children don't have any gender in Japan for the most part. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, no. Anyway, back to this.
Girl form. This is not to subvert gender roles or traditional masculine standards.
Oh, there we
Ranma
go
in
again.
his girl form is not a biological male pretending to be a female. He literally becomes a biological female and is physically weaker as a result.
Whoa! He said it. He said it. Clip that. Clip that.
Clip it.
He literally becomes a biological female.
Exactly.
So he did it.
So he
said
transitions
that
genders.
He transitions gender. He has become a biological female. He has just said that he has changed sex and gender. So he's just said.
Which means
Is that not what is happening here, Shad?
But no,
My
Chloe,
God, the man's point stays still as much as a never-ending merry-go-round.
it's almost as fluid as Rama's gender.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
So
Okay,
I've never watched much Ranma, so this is basically a crash course for me right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I know the most basic, like
Yeah, I know a few little
different
things, but yeah.
changes between male and female, water on head. That's all I really know.
do you know what the funniest thing about all this is? There's literally a trans character in Ranma. Like, not even like magically transforms back and forth. I mean, literally assigned one gender at birth, identifies as a different gender later on. There is literally a character who does this in the show itself. But the problem is, to get to that point in the story, you actually have to move past season 1, which apparently he can't do. Okay, this might be a season 2 clip, I think, but still. Anyway.
First, he'll be less powerful.
And therefore he sees it as fair to fight other girls in that form, reinforcing the traditional standard that biological men are physically stronger than women and should not compete with them.
Or now.
When it comes to
Except that's not even what is happening here, Shad, because as you've already established that that Ranma turns into, your own words, a biological woman, then where does that argument come in that, oh yeah, biological men are more stronger than whatnot than women? Just shut the fuck up, Shad.
Also, here's one
imagine,
other thing I'm confused about. So before he said that Rama refuses to fight girls because he is in fact a man and always identifies as a man even while a woman. Yet,
that's a chivalry thing, I think.
exactly. But Shad just said he transforms into a girl to fight women, which he does. Like he fights Shampoo, for example. So if he always identifies as a man, but becomes a woman to fight girls, but thinks men shouldn't fight girls, then he no longer identifies as a man while being a girl to fight girls.
Oh, yeah.
So by his own logic, he transitions genders to fight people differently.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like if you take Shad's if you take Shad's perspective on it, that means that back in the day, if you were one of those chivalrous men who wouldn't fight women, then as long as you were in drag, it was okay to punch their lights out.
Exactly. Like it's a key plot point in Ranma that he fights Shampoo and wins, and by the customs of Shampoo's village, that means Shampoo now has to hunt to the ends of the earth to kill him or marry him, because when Ranma is male, that means if he bests her in a fight, they're married, but if he's a girl when he fights her, that means she must die. So it's like, that's a key plot point, that Ranma fought a woman, and depending what gender he is at what time, depends on what Shampoo's reaction to him is. So like, that's a key plot point in the story. So right there,
and that's the entire, well, like that means that this rural Japanese village accepts that Ranma is a biological female because that means that she must die,
but also a biological male at the same time. It goes back and forth because the show's silly. Like most of these things can be chalked up to Ranma's a very goofy show and doesn't take itself too seriously. Like that's all how it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for the meltdown just now, but
it gets a little bit more serious like later on. All of Takahashi.
We've still got 10 minutes of this video, and we gotta like triumph out through this.
We may have to put the Noralities one to a secondary stream at this point. I feel like, because I feel like otherwise
I was going to say, are we going to make it to the second one?
I think we'll just push that
happening.
You know what? Let's make it a second video for the Noralities one. Let's just finish this one for now, because otherwise we'll be here until midnight. Or like 1 a.m.
Of gender identity, the original show both reinforces gender being a biological reality and an unchangeable characteristic of one's consciousness or soul, both of which are objective.
You said he became a biological female!
Right!
You said it! Your own words! You said he becomes a biological female!
This is why I think it's written by AI, because there's no way he could have written that and not noticed the... Well, actually, no. AI would have caught that mistake. It can't be AI. Because if it was AI, it would be better written.
So, oh my god! And this is this is one thing I really hate about transphobic video essayists, or just transphobic people in general. They seem to think that gender transition means you stay biologically one gender while identifying as the other. That's not what happens. Like, especially if you're on HRT. You're going to go through some biological changes. You are essentially biologically becoming what gender you are transitioning to.
Exactly. Like it's entire. It's like there's hormones, there's physicality, and in Ranma's case, his entire body abruptly changes. And like also, let's just be perfectly blunt about one thing. Shad keeps on pointing out that Ranma primarily identifies as a man while in the body of a woman. That's called dysphoria.
Yeah, I already said this, Ant.
I know, but it bears repeating.
You stole my point.
We have to see. I didn't steal it. I just repurposed it and recycled it. I'm being environmentally conscious, Lizzie. It's not thievery. If you're recycling it for the environment.
I am glaring daggers at you, Anthony.
Fair enough.
It's not thievery if you put it in a museum.
Exactly. That's how Indiana Jones gets away with everything. Sorry. Okay.
Did Chad change his channel name, or is this an offshoot channel?
What? Exactly. I don't even know.
It's called. I just noticed it's called Night's Watch, and I'm just like, it used to be called Shadiversity. Did he change it?
Okay, so let me explain this one because this is a whole complicated thing. So Shad has 5 channels.
What?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. So this is his Night's Watch channel, which is his media criticism channel. Shadiversity is his main channel. He also has an AI channel, which he never touched. He also had a 4th channel that he did something with, but never really did anything with. And now he has a 5th channel where he just talks about Mormon topics and gets into fights people about Mormonism.
What's that one called? Hang on.
I forget the exact name. There's a big controversy because he started picking fights people like over Mormon specifics. Like, I think a couple of months ago. I think it's newest one too.
I tell you what, I am one of those people where if someone says something that's objectively wrong, even though I'm not a member anymore, if someone says something objectively wrong about it, I'm like, you need to hate them for the right reasons. I need to correct you on this. I can understand that, but I'm guessing that's not what he's going for.
It's not. He's just picking fights. Oh, here's what it is. It's called The Latter-day Knight, which is it right here? Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, could have said Latter-day Templars. You'd go with the Saints thing.
It would be better off, I think. It's the same. It's basically okay. So he hasn't touched it in a month at least. So I guess like he kind of Like with a lot of these channels,
this
like he'll
channel's
start
dead.
them and then he'll like stop uploading. Like this never got. I think the highest viewed one is like 11,000 views. It looks like.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all
I think
thumbnails. Of course they are.
All AI.
Yeah, I think it seems to be either. It seems like you can't decide whether it's explainers or apologetics. It's hard to tell. But still,
It's kind of hard to tell, and I'd have to go through it. And again, like as much as I love talking about religion, I don't know enough about the history of Mormonism to give a meaningful.
I mean, I
response.
probably do, but at the same time, I'm just going like, this is good. If I was to do a series like debunking Shad's Latter-day Saint stuff, I'd probably get 100,000 subscribers and get committed to an asylum. So because I don't know if I can handle
subs, and you get 100,000 subs, and then that's it.
Yeah, like you have to have that cost versus reward angle to it too. Like, is it worth it? Like, you might get a lot of like monetary like reward for it, but like, is it worth the emotional toll?
That's why I leave reacting. That's why I leave reacting to people like this, to people like you guys.
Yeah. But even then, like, I don't like reacting. You need to do something else between it. You can't do that like there's some people who just have soulless reactions, where they stare at something and don't absorb anything. Go like, that. Like I don't want to do my Asmongold impersonation again, but it's like yeah, that's right. That's true.
Oh God,
that's accurate. Yeah, no, that's true. They do that. Yeah, you're right.
I thought that phase of TikTok where everyone just kind of points at the thing above for clicks was kind of over by this point, but I guess it's still going.
Well, I mean, the quartering did that, and like he's been dragged for it for the last few weeks. I guess that's like kind of made some people give up out of shame of just like doing, hey, check this out, and then play someone else's footage instead of doing like an original content.
Yeah.
But anyway,
surprised people have been paying attention to him the last few weeks.
Honestly, like I at this point, I'm like, there's nothing new under the sun with the quartering. People are still going after it. I'm like, there's nothing new here. It's the same bullshit new week, essentially. Anyway, back to this. Let's keep going.
Gender is a biological reality in the show because Ranma's biological sex literally changes when he transforms, which affects his strength and hormone.
Let him speak.
Yeah,
I'll let him speak. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed.
Yeah.
Here's my point. Let me immediately undermine it.
Far more often. Contrary from portraying biological sex as fluid and changeable in that a person with XY chromosomes can become one with XX chromosomes based on their belief, hormones, therapy, or surgeries, it literally takes a magical curse for that to change to actually be possible. And when it does, Ranma cannot simply be a biological man when in his girl form because his biology has changed due to the curse, and he can't switch it back any other way outside of the way the curse functions. And when in his male or female forms, he cannot believe his biology is different to what it is in that form, having it literally affect his strength and emotions even against his will.
If you turn him into a girl first, he'll be less powerful.
Incredibly, and a fact that truly contradicts modern work gender ideology, the show...
Okay, so let me just bring up something here real quick. Shad, very interesting argument. I do have a counter argument, though. It's called Tsubasa from Ranma. Tsubasa here is in fact not cis.
Yeah.
Canonically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
she was assigned male at birth, identifies as female, and that is consistent throughout the entire show.
Okay, I get that, like, okay, maybe I feel a little bit silly on the fact that he's like, oh, biological thing, he's contradicting himself. Okay, I'm going to give him an inch and then take a mile here, because I'm going to say, like, okay, you were building up to the fact that you're like, it's saying that only through a magical fantasy world can anyone actually become biologically male and female. And I'm like, okay, but it took you that long? That's like your entire thesis. You're letting... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's the core of his argument, and it took 17 minutes to say something that simple. It's already wrong, but, like, okay. So what do you all think? Especially Chloe and Lizzie especially. What do you think of his...
I'm going to be real. The fact that he's moving the goalpost from not even 5 minutes in his video where he's all like, oh yeah, it's just like you can't change biological gender, like that's all happening, and now he's talking about fucking XY chromosomes. Like, buddy, pick a fucking lane at this point.
Exactly. Like
I could go into a whole I can go into a whole thing about why using chromosomes for your argument about gender is flawed just from the get-go, but we'd be here all night.
Well, I mean, I'll say this
that's
too.
where my mind went.
Chromosomes do not always dictate gender identity. There are multiple. Nope. And this is like a big, for those who don't know, and if I'm wrong about anything, and you catch me, make sure you hold me accountable for it. There was a big study done with chromosome levels among Olympic athletes, where they had to get like a blood test or something like that, I think, to check for performance-enhancing drugs or whatever. And they found that many people who were assigned female at birth, had all the anatomy from birth, had an XY chromosome, or had an XXY chromosome of some variety. And it was because of various physical ways those chromosomes manifested in the body that they had a different chromosome than they expected they would, based on their assigned gender at birth and all of that. There are many exceptions, and that's not even getting into intersex. That's not even getting into just how because genetics do not always make logical sense. There are weird things that happen in biology beyond just the basics. Oh, if this one box is ticked, you get this trait. If it's not ticked, you get another trait. There are a lot of other factors at play that people just don't know about, because biology is fucking weird. The human body is really strange. And there's things that it just does sometimes that don't make logical sense based on a very basic understanding of how biology functions. There's a lot going on.
That's the main thing. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that when it's when you find like this one area of expertise that's weirdly just like, you kind of go, why isn't more people talking about this? Because like for myself, when people talk about flat Earth, they go like, oh, with flat Earth, it's kind of like, let's debunk this, let's debunk that, let's debunk this. And I'm like, my dad's a land surveyor. He told me that if the Earth was flat, nothing would work. Exactly. All of his measurements would be debunked. All you need to do is talk to one land surveyor, and you know that the Earth is round and it cannot be flat. And it's the same with transgenderism and biologists. You talk to an evolutionary biologist, and you say, "What is sexes? What is gender?" And you'll get a big fat, so complicated.
Yeah, how much time you got?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because people think people who don't understand the concept think, oh, you're gonna get like a simple answer in 5 seconds. No, there's a lot going on there that you just don't know about at all. Oh man, it's chaotic. Yeah. Anyway, let's try powering through this, because I have work in the morning and this is still almost 10 minutes left of this fucking video.
Even in the extreme that Ranma's biology literally changes, still presents the gender of his consciousness as unchanged and male, as that characteristic in the show, as in reality, cannot change. Gender is that much of a concrete biological reality and an unchangeable characteristic of an individual's inner identity within the context of the show, as in real life. Some might claim Ranma maintaining his identity as a...
Wait a second. So he's saying that your gender doesn't change no matter what physical body you're in? It's almost like trans people who have a gender that doesn't match their body would relate to a character whose gender does not match his body. Well, but that's ridiculous.
And also like I said before about like this one fact that kind of keeps pushing up. I'm hearing it, and I'm hearing all of these kind of arguments that I can understand, like a casual viewer might be going, okay, that kind of makes sense in a weird way, but then I just kind of hear this chorus of Tsubasa in the background.
Exactly.
Now that you've told me about Tsubasa, it's like there is a trans character that is coming up. There is a trans character who is coming up. There is a trans character who is coming up.
Exactly.
I'm learning two things about Shad watching this. The first is that he really likes the sound of his own voice.
Oh, he loves that.
And
he loves that.
And I mean, you can argue I do too, but that's beside the point. Second is he really, really has a very obvious humiliation kink.
Yeah. No, accurate. Very accurate.
Okay.
Look, no shame.
To clarify for those with that kink in the audience, we're talking about an unacknowledged and unexplored.
He does not know he has a humiliation kink. He thinks he's the coolest guy in the room. He doesn't realize he's setting himself up.
He's pissing his pants, and we're all calling him out like, "Hey, you're an idiot! You just pissed your pants." And he's like, "I live rent free in all your heads."
Actually, I'm the one who succeeded because.
Male, when in his girl form, is a validation of transgender identity while missing the fact that it took a magical perversion of reality to actually make that possible, meaning to put a male consciousness into the wrong gendered body, and that this never happens normally or in natural ways. And
it happens in the show, dude. That's a straight... Okay, I can't keep pausing every time to say that. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Okay, you can't pause and say Tsubasa, but wait, hold on. But like, I still love this whole sort of because of a magical perversion of reality. That was the other one too. Is just kind of like people going, "It's not natural. It's not natural." I'm like, all medicine is unnatural. All medicine is trying to avoid something that is naturally happening to you.
Exactly, and like again. There's so many characters who dress in different ways in Ranma 1/2. I mean, I guess Ukyo kind of counts too to some extent, though not to the same extent. Anyway, I'm getting caught in the weeds right here. He knows what he was talking about. Is what the point is.
Determines Ranma's true gender identity is by the biological gender he was born with, not the gender a person might think they are due to a mental illness. What the show is actually doing and portraying constantly throughout the entire series is reinforcing Ranma's unchangeable male identity. And that one's true gender identity, the one they were born with, can never change no matter what happens to them in life, even in spite of a magical curse. Ranma's
despite the fact that he, at some points, just becomes a girl for the fun of it, at some points in the show. There's a couple super chats I want to... Sorry.
Obligatory Tsubasa reference.
Exactly. Okay, there's a couple super chats that came in I want to have play real quick, so let me just get those real fast.
Yeah. It's something.
At Mike Manhattan 93 super chatted $2. Pride Comic Rec. Wind, The Woods, House of Slaughter.
Yes, absolutely.
At Stone Phoenix 7728 super chatted $13.54.
Thanks.
On Lost Films, there's an actress from the late 1910s called Alice Gale, also my name. All but 2 of her movies are lost. One of the surviving movies is Birth of a Race, which tried to dispel the racism of Birth of a Nation.
Honestly, any counter-argument to Birth of a Nation from that era, kudos already. That sounds amazing.
At NanXRunner 7252 super chatted $5. Just realized that the line between Ranma and Captain Underpants is rather thin, actually.
Very thin, like a pair of underpants.
Oh, I love that observation.
Oh my!
At
You're
Black
not wrong.
Rabbit Studios 11 super chatted $1.99. Hope he picks up some Omegaverse to critique XD.
Shad talking Omegaverse be hilarious. It was funny when he was talking about the Minotaur milking.
At Black Rabbit Studios 11 super chatted $1.99. Want to see him fight Stephanie Meyer? It'll be funny.
That would be funny because Stephanie Meyer would win. And here's the one right here I wanted to have play it. Thank you so much
At
for your
S-Han
donation.
especially 04181 super chatted $100.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Pride Month for some guy in the one city that Bugs Bunny always make wrong turn at.
I knew I should have made the wrong turn at Albuquerque. Jesus Christ, it's incredible. Thank you so much.
All right.
Incredible.
At Milton Cobb 103
two more,
super
I'm sorry.
chatted $4.99. Why'd I always find Ranma cutely attractive in her gymnastics uniform as a kid?
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. You have to unpack on your own later on.
At the Waverunner super chatted $5. Bridget Guilty Gear sadly proved that a character could literally turn to the screen and say they were trans, and people still would deny
Literally.
it.
More than once.
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Oh
God.
But anyway, y'all, I need to get going, but this was a lot of fun.
Lizzie, anytime, you're always welcome. Don't worry about a thing. We're probably not going to stay too much longer. We got to finish this video. We're going to probably do the Noralities one another stream. You want to join us for that one?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd be so down for that.
Awesome. It's easier to have multiple stream topics because I can actually don't have to pick a new topic every week. It's fantastic. So it works out.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to y'all, and I'll see y'all later.
Good night, Lizzie.
Bye, Lizzie.
Why?
And then it was 3 guys and I'm so sorry.
Nope. Don't even go there.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna stop you right now.
It's all good, Chloe. I'm just messing with you. Okay, so we have here the Rama video. Let's power through this. We all got this. We have the strength.
It's just like when your argument when every single aspect of your argument can be dismissed with one word, your argument isn't that great.
It's
almost like he's a bad argument. It's almost like he's a bad argumenter.
Like a
Yeah,
single
exactly.
word, Tsubasa. I mean, like a single word, Tsubasa completely crumbles every single argument he has.
Exactly.
When did Tsubasa
Because
come
he's a
in?
canonical
He
trans
keeps
character
on
in the show.
Also, he
Oh,
keeps on trying so fucking hard. He keeps
what
on
season did Tsubasa
changing
come
his
in?
argument.
When does Tsubasa come in? Let me double check that actually. When does Tsubasa? I'm gonna
Because I'm wondering how deep he'd have to go in order to actually have his argument refuted.
Yeah, let me take a look at this real quick. Tsubasa shows up. I think she shows up deep. Okay, so she shows up. Oh no, not at all. She shows up 45 episodes into the anime.
He couldn't get 45 episodes in.
Yeah, no. And before that, there's Ukyo, who I believe like cross-dresses as a boy for a while. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Ukyo I think dresses as a because he goes to the same school as Ram, I believe, right? If I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember now. I think, right? Was that it? I'm trying to remember now because it's been a while. I'm trying to cheat. I'm cheating right now and just double checking the wiki to remember correctly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rama. Yeah, anyway, that's not important. Yeah, because it's a shock when she comes in wearing like female clothing, basically, because she dresses more masculine until then. Yeah, no, to an extent. Okay, now I'm drawing blanks on now I'm drawing blanks. Now I'm forgetting the specifics of the timeline with that. But still, Tsubasa shows up 45 episodes into Rama. That's like not even like halfway through the show. So right there, that should be enough.
Is it still within the first season? I'm thinking.
No. So the first season.
Was it one of those super long season? Was it one of those long episode seasons, or is that like a standard 26?
So I think it would have been season 3 because, season 3 it would have been. So because season 1 only encompasses the first 18 episodes.
Right.
Then season 2 goes on after. I think this is all season 1 episodes that he's citing. If I'm correct. Season 3 is when you would have gotten Tsubasa. And then after that, it kind of becomes more, I don't want to say fillery, but kind of like a little more loosey with like character introductions and repeating plot lines and all that. So
because that's the thing when people say that like liberals and stuff are in a bubble and stuff like that, and it's like maybe to an extent, but at the same time, it's like how you're in a bubble is if you can say to them, it's like, hey, I'm going to do like a right-wing view of Ranma, which talks about how like it actually talks about how trans isn't really a thing, and like no one in his group can say actually there is a trans character later on. You might not want to do that. It's like
it's like you can just point to right there character who is trans right there, and like they play with gender constantly throughout all of Ranma, and like you could the point where. There's so many angles to this that Chad's argument is so reductive. And it's like he's talking in abstracts, shows these clips, but these clips are one-off moments from early on. Like, they're not cohesive structural statements you can back up that's repeatedly throughout the entirety of the show. That's the problem. And like the reason I don't know. Okay, let's just keep going through. We're all in agreement.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm preaching to the choir at this point.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this one's just going to be like, the Tsubasa mentally being chanted in the background for the entire thing. But we can see if there's any more.
Let's find out. He may just be yapping.
Dislike of his
maybe he brings up Tsubasa in the last 30 seconds and we're like,
attractive, and that other men unwittingly fall in love with his girl form, not knowing he is actually a man. And this creeps Ranma out. He is not gay in any way, shape, or form, and literally has nightmares of the guys trying to hit on him. The original show does not promote LGBT.
Yeah, because he's a creep. Because Kuno's a creep. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Kuno's a creep. That's not.
Like it's not homophobia. He's just doesn't like him.
There's a Kuno from Disco Elysium joke here somewhere, but I can't figure it out. But
so many.
Also, Ranma is an insecure teenager who probably would not be emotionally equipped to kind of work through. Oh, a guy is attracted to me. I can just brush that off.
Exactly. And he's also terrified of Shampoo when she first shows up. And Shampoo's not a guy. Shampoo's a girl. So there's nothing to do with the gender of the person. He just is uncomfortable in general around these situations. Not to mention the fact...
Ranma's asexual confirmed?
Exactly. Not to mention the fact that, all of this can be... sorry. gonna bring up the manga panel right here. There's also this. Where are you? Where's the? Because in the new anime they have like a full blown scene that says this, but like basically, Akane at one point just basically outright says, "Oh, here we go." Okay, this is from the new anime, but it's from the season that had not aired at this point. And this is pretty accurate to the manga, if I recall correctly. This bit right here, where Akane basically says, "Yeah, I don't really care about gender. You know, man, woman, appearance, those things don't really matter." It's like right there, it's like she's basically saying she doesn't really care what Rama's gender is. She just likes Rama. And that is granted later on in the story. It's a substantial distance in. But
yeah,
that's pretty explicit, you know? And that's a theme from the manga throughout. That the gender is subverted, doesn't really matter. What matters is basically because everything in Rama is absurd. It's all an absurd exercise in silliness. So it's like still. I don't know. Anyway, let's just power through this here.
ET ideology, but actually plays off such themes as not being normal and with comedic revulsion. Ranma also has no kink or perversion regarding his ability to change into a girl because contrary to accusations in the show by other characters, Ranma is not a pervert and does not get off on his girl form.
Okay, but that's not even relating to being trans though, because I don't know if you know this, but nobody's getting off on the fact that they're a girl. It's just affirming to be able to be a girl and consider yourself that. Like, holy shit!
Like the level of homophobia right there is already staggering. The level of conflating perversion with trans identity is also alarming.
This is what happens when your only exposure to trans people is through trans pornography.
Basically.
You just think of them as a porn tag, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like he's like, "Oh no, this is abhorrent. It's perverted. There's no point in the show at all where they ever tease it as a positive." And it's like, well, you don't really just because he isn't like one guy doesn't mean he thinks it's fucking so stupid. Anyway, sorry, I cut you off. You can say something.
Well, yeah, I have kind of a final point, but I'll wait for him to finish first.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let's keep going then. Let's just power through this.
Become used to it, and his own nudity doesn't bother him or turn him on. And this is important because the show is not about kink or sex, no matter how much perverts would want to warp it into that.
It's definitely about sex sometimes, buddy. There's an entire character whose entire motivation is just being a pervert.
It's about characters, relationships, wacky martial arts, and hilarious hijinks and comedic encounters. All the things discussed in this video, how the original Ranma half show handles gender, Ranma's masculinity, and how he approaches his curse, are essential for making this concept work as well as it does. The danger with the current reboot is that all these things are primary targets to subvert and twist for a modern audience. The woke mob loves bastardizing things to have those stories affirm their identities, even if those stories had nothing to do with them in the first place. Not everything has to have LGBT representation, and their insistence that it does shows how authoritarian and dogmatic they are. And heaven forbid that they leave...
How dare the show that involves a character changing genders be relatable to trans people?
Oh god, this dude would have a fucking stroke if he tried to watch Go For It Nakamura-kun.
Oh god, can you imagine? Can you imagine him watching that?
Yeah, and it's just like you can tell there's lots of there's true believers, and then there's people who are just grifting, and then there's kind of hybrids in between. A big indicator seems to be just using the buzzwords, because he could have said bad actors, and it's like I'm just trying to ask questions. If he said like bad actors are trying to make it so that there's too much representation, but no, he said the woke mob, and I'm just kind of like, who? If you say woke mob, you know that everyone else will be, that everybody that you are trying to convert will turn off. So that means that you are preaching to a choir. You are in an echo chamber. You have activated the echo chamber by saying woke mob. If you'd said bad actors, you could say like, oh, I'm trying to help people understand a different perspective. But he didn't. He knew that those words would get people to click off. It's just so weird.
The thing also
or he's just stupid.
That too, but like, don't forget too, and this is kind of important. Oh, hey, what's up, Lucy? Yeah, Lucy Hayes and all of her viewers are joining in. Welcome you all. friend of the
Nice.
channel there. But no, the thing also is that with all of this, the big thing that we're not addressing here that's important to note is that Shad isn't just like homophobic and transphobic. He's actually afraid of this stuff. Like he actually is.
What?
No,
he has an irrational fear. You would say?
Yeah, exactly. A phobia, one might say.
Oh, a phobia of trans people? Huh?
Yeah, and the gays.
How novel.
There should be a word for that somewhere. But
there might be two words for those things, actually. But
I actually saw a short. I saw a short on that. Apparently, like hatred should actually be mesia, like it should be homomesia and transmesia, but it's just phobia. Just became it became the buzzword, and it just kind of became evolved as a language.
Either. It doesn't involve the tongue quite like phobia
exactly.
does. Phobia is a nice, like a heaviness to the word. I feel like it's a certain kick to it. I dig. I feel like it rolls off tongue better. I think. But yeah, no, you're right.
You think he has a fear of it? You're saying?
Yeah. Well, the word sounds more effective. I think. I don't know. There's certain words there's certain sounds that like trigger something in the brain. Like when you say, granted, I'm from New Jersey, so a good fuck. Saying fuck, it just triggers a nice feeling in the head.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the sad truth about the R slur too. The R slur, for how horrible it is definitely an impactful word. It is a good collection of consonants, unfortunately.
There's something
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, exactly. There's something, I think they did like a study with like brain responses when you say like a good old like a heavy like consonant heavy swear word, it triggers some reaction in the brain that's like interesting. I don't know enough about it, but I've read like little snippets, but not enough to give you a full answer on it. Anyway, back to this.
It's not a swear, but is that why working cackentur just sticks out in the craw?
Oh, it's a good word. Yeah, exactly. That's a good sounding word. Certain words that you just love them.
It's almost entirely consonants. There's like maybe 2 vowels at most.
Oh yeah, heavy consonants have like that kind of trigger in the brain in a good way. I think in a good way. Anyway, back to this.
But yeah, okay, we're going. Let's see
something along
5 minutes left.
Traditional values and straight sexual identity, which the original Ranma half does, which is what makes it such an easy and primary target for them because of the underlining premise. All the reboot needs to do is have him more freely identify as a girl in his girl form to appease the woke mob, chomping at the bit to cancel anyone who does not appease them with their representation and diversity, even when that would utterly ruin a core aspect of Ranma half's premise and evolving story. But the woke mob would rather bastardize and utterly ruin a show to remake it in their image than be true to what that story is, as we've seen with countless examples.
What are those examples there? The Foundation? Little Women? What? Oh no, they made Little Women woke. The horror.
Also, like Eternals was in there, and I'm like, the fuck?
Well,
I saw was it universally beloved LGBT darling, the Eternals?
Everyone loves the Eternals.
Yeah, like you remember when Harry Styles Eternal came up at the end and said, "Hello, my fellow Eternals."
Exactly. Basically, that's basically what happened. But no,
and Oswald came up and said, "I was better animated as Remy the Rat." It's just
exactly. It's like there's so many cases in the anime, and I'm trying to find one that's not Reddit because Reddit isn't loading whatsoever. I was trying to find an example.
That's the thing is that there's a much higher percentage than I thought of, like when people say, "Oh, these movies were ruined to appease the woke mob," and you get like the wokest of the woke, like even like the stereotypes, and just kind of like they won't defend those movies either, not because they're not because they're cancelled, but just because they're bad movies.
Exactly.
I don't think any was it any stereotypical second wave feminist or whatever it is the boogeyman is would still just kind of go, I used to not like Rise of Skywalker, but now I like it because it appealed to me as a woke person. It's just
exactly. And there's a whole thing with like Rama's mom that's a big plot point where like, oh hey, wait. No, never mind. Okay, I thought it was like a translation from a Rumiko Takahashi quote that I thought would have been good, but it's just very like neutral. But it almost seemed like a good point of reference there. I'm also scanning through. Like while we're talking, I'm also cheating by looking.
Yeah, it's the fact that he's saying the woke mob and LGBT rather than just transness too, which is very revealing on itself. Because if he's talking just full spectrum LGBT woke mob, quote unquote, then like Clamp. All of Clamp is gay as freaking heck. Utena.
yeah.
So much. It's like, yeah.
Well, we had a whole discussion about Clamp a while back, and like, you know, most of what Clamp has done, like, they started with like Dojin, like Yaoi Dojin, you know, like they had them lay a
that's
freaking
where
egg.
the spindly man meme came from. Was mostly Clamp.
Did you lay this egg? You know, like, and before, and even after that, you got stuff like Cardcaptor Sakura. You had Wish. You had hell. I mean, freaking Chobits is about wanting to have sex with your computer.
Yes.
Really thumbing your thumb drive. You know, it's like, come on here. These aren't like super.
Really taking cyber sex to the next level with that one.
Really bring us to the 21st century today. You know, like that's AI chatbots before that even started. You know, like there's so many elements here where you're like, these are not new. You're just not aware of it. And the anime
not to mention the fact that if he thinks changing it is ruining it for a newer generation, does that mean that he thinks that Sakura needs to have Cardcaptor Sakura needs to have the romance between her brother and Yue?
Exactly.
It's like that means that there must be gayness. That means that they can't be best friends and cousins too in Sailor Moon. It's just
I'm gonna tell you this, but Sailor Moon maybe
It might just be work.
What are you talking about? They're cousins. If he did an entire video about like
this. I'm gonna tell you this, but
he would have a stroke on Pretty Cure.
Oh God, can you imagine? Oh God. Okay.
I just love how it was completely unintentional that they made Sailor Uranus gay, but no, well,
completely yes.
All right.
Okay, I think I found it. 1 second. This might be the clip I'm looking for. This might be it. Is this it? It's the clip. It's not the clip. Never mind. Okay, I lied to you. Couldn't find it. Sorry, I was trying to find the clip, but I couldn't find it because the internet sucks. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Anyway, back to this. Let's just power through this, guys. We all got this.
Here is the ultimate point. If you want fundamental aspects of Ranma Half to change to reflect your ideology, you do not love this show and you think it is problematic bad.
You just ignored chunks. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Last of Us Part 2. Yes, the trans community loved The Last of Us Part 2 and didn't find it problematic in the slightest.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Especially the new casting for the new season.
Yeah.
Don't even talk about that.
Yep.
Anyway.
Means you are unworthy to touch anything related to it and you do not deserve to be a fan of it. Get lost. As to the current reboot, we will have to see if it remains true to what the heart of Ranma Half is, and if it chickens out by cutting statements and scenes that contradict and even slaps the face of modern woke gender theory agenda. I would be even more disappointed if it doesn't devote as much time and careful attention to the progress and depiction of Ranma and Akane's relationship, and unfortunately there are already signs that the reboot is missing the mark, specifically when Ranma attempts to try to thank Akane for looking out for him at school in keeping his curse a secret. The original has a careful build-up to this moment. First, his father scolds him for not thanking Akane. Ranma rejects his father's advice, but upon later reflection he sees that Akane really did look out for him. The original takes time to show Ranma thinking back to Akane helping him, and the music and flashbacks that are chosen convey that he is looking back with gratitude and admiration, that he is realizing Akane is someone special, prompting him to want to try and build their relationship, going to thank her for her help, which is all undermined as he comes to her door and overhears her say some of the most scolding comments about him, literally saying she's engaged with her worst nightmare.
My life may as well be over if I have to marry a stupid jerk like him. Why don't you marry him
People
if
in
he's
chat
so
have
cool?
already said what I'm thinking,
I'm engaged
get
to my
it.
worst nightmare.
This type of emotional rejection would obviously cut deep, especially when Ranma was coming to try and mend the bridges, and it sets their relationship back once more. It's a brilliant sequence, and it knows it needs to take its time because what's happening is very important. This is the foundation of the show, and it is played out and portrays a dynamic and complex relationship that's going to be the
You've made your point, move on.
Come on. The reboot's version of this sequence is a shadow by comparison. No time is given to show Ranma thinking this over, nor revealing in that reflection that his already started to become attracted to Akane. Ranma's dad simply says Akane looked out for him, and it cuts the overly dramatic speech from Genma in the original, which loses great characterization and humor. There is no reflection by Ranma. He simply walks up to Akane's door and overhears her saying that he's a pervert who can't check the bathroom before walking in. A comment that is not nearly as scathing or emotionally impactful. The original has Ranma pausing at the door in disappointment, but in the reboot he looks to simply just brush it off and walk away. This is the care, attention, and time the reboot.
Yes, because it's closer to the manga.
That's the thing. That's a legitimate criticism. That's a fine criticism. What's they got to do with LGBT and the woke mob?
Exactly.
That's a legitimate criticism on how pacing issues and how that gets expanded out in different versions of it. I hate to say it, but he does make a pretty good point to it. But at the same time, what the fuck does that have to do with anything that you spent the last 20 minutes talking about here, my guy?
Yeah, and it's also clear the scenes are trying to do different things. You know, in the original adaptation, they take a scene that's a joke in the manga and expand it, because that scene in the new anime is actually much closer to what the original manga shows. It's like a couple panels, that whole scene. And so the original anime expanded it a little bit and slowed it down. Because they didn't have to spend as much money on animating an episode. They could just use more still frames and like cut-arounds to reduce having to animate more stuff. But it also does have a different effect. Yeah, of course. But it's also a different interpretation. The intention of each scene is different. They're both trying to do different things. And that's really interesting as a comparative discussion. What has changed?
That's the thing. It's like I also just realized that he is complaining that the show made a serious topic more light and fluffy when he just spent the last 5 minutes saying that this is just a fun goofy goof show for goofs, and they're just going to make it a big agenda. And I'm like, no, they made it an agenda by making it more emotional. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
but Suede, new show bad.
New show is bad. New show bad. Old show good.
This is not new show. This is old manga. It is closer to the manga. This is old show.
Old show bad. New show bad like old manga bad? But new show good.
No, impossible.
Bad.
But old show
good. New show bad. That's the only thing these grifters know.
But old show but new show like old manga, and old show unlike old manga. Old manga bad?
We must return.
we must do further research.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay. What is your thesis? What is your denouement in this regard here?
Yeah.
What is the point of climax yet? So they can't be a denouement.
Exactly. What is
the? Sorry. Wait. Hold on.
Let's find out. What
his point is that his penis is confused.
I'm worried if the 16-year-olds are making his penis confused.
Look, Shad, a woman's a woman.
A denouement requires a rising action. There needs to be like a high point in order for there to be a denouement.
Let's hope there's not a high point in Shad's discussion, because that means that his
Shad is concerned about his rising action.
Okay, we'll get.
Let's get to the climax.
Good night, everybody.
Let's climax this video before Shad. I'm so sorry.
We're just devoting to the most important aspect of this entire show. It's actually shocking how much this misses the mark. And it is not a good sign for the future of this reboot. So they're clearly willing to change some things, sometimes small things, but they actually can mean quite a lot. But if any of these changes come at the cost of the core of what Ranma Half is and the development of Ranma's and Akane's relationship, then this remake is worthless. Especially if they censor certain things for fear of offending the modern audience. Yet in other parts of the reboot, they end up being quite faithful. And even then, if they manage to get everything else correct, where it ends up basically being a scene-for-scene remake of the original,
literally just wants an HD remake.
Apart from it being depicted in a crisper, higher definition. But if that's the intent, then they should have just remastered the original, which does have great animation. And the style of the original animation was more true to the manga style, and honestly, just looks better.
That's not necessarily true. I disagree with you there. The new. Let's have a comparison side by side with that. Because we have, I don't think that's accurate there, Shad. So
I don't know. It's like, maybe like the different styles. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me try finding a good. That's from Threads. You don't want that. I can't. For whatever reason. Yeah. So let's take a look. That's Facebook. Oh, gross. I'm not using Facebook. I will never open Facebook if I can avoid it as long as I live.
I can't get past the fact that he's kind of like, look at what these people are changing for no apparent. Well, look at what these people are changing for no apparent reason. When the original changed from the manga, this one is closer to the manga. Hell,
it's much closer. Visual. Okay, here's a good example.
What he is complaining about is something that the original show actually did. So he should be mad at the original show,
exactly.
And he should be grateful at this one because they're doing a return. Was it returned with a V? They're returning to the original manga.
For whatever reason, these are not loading easily. But I love when I'm on stream, everything starts getting kerfuckled because it's like nothing works. Yeah, but okay, where's a good? Maybe I'll just do a video on this one point. Let's just show side by side how it looks because it's very interesting. But like the new series, it's all Reddit. It's all Reddit, and Reddit's not loaded for me for whatever reason, or Facebook. I'm not going to open up that hellscape.
Look, I mean, the new one does look digital, which does like evoke it evokes pen and paper less. And like I've come across that with like Pokemon and stuff when they switch to digital. It's like it doesn't. It's like there's a bit of nostalgia and like old man remembering the past to it, but there was a kind of tactile feel to when it was ink and paper or ink and cells. But
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, here's a good image. This is a good image. This is from Twitter. For whatever reason, Twitter loads right now. But like right here, we have the two anime side by side. Just different interpretations of the same bits, but in some cases, the manga is basically this. It's basically. Ooh, here we go. This is a good comparison, actually. Right here, another comparison right here.
Well, yeah,
side by side, it's the same. Like the expressions are captured better. The faces are more like flexible.
The not quite using the Rumiko Takahashi mouth, which is weird. I'm surprised they don't do that, but still,
it's close, but not quite. You know, I mean, like they're similar-ish, but not 1-to-1 exactly. But they are very. But you can see like the new animation, I think, is a lot more expressive.
Well, also, just like that, Shad's just kind of like, it needs to be closer to the manga, and I'm like, okay, you want it to be exactly like this, where it looks like it was inked in 30 seconds because there was a deadline looming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also don't forget that he's never actually read the manga. He doesn't know the Japanese script. So that's another factor there too. Here we go. That's the same thing. Oh, this is here we go. Almost like here. This is a good comparison right here. So right here, we have.
Mostly similar. Like there's a few like sort of there's a few kind of modernisms in there, but there were a few kind of modernisms for when the original came out as well. It was a very kind of 90s anime, like
exactly
like the original Takahashi art had a very squished faces, whereas they were a bit more elongated in the 90s anime because it was kind of closer to like sort of the which was the style at the time.
It was the style.
Whereas nowadays, much larger eyes and smaller mouths is kind of the thing with the kind of A1 mouth. But
and I think it does suit this style very well, especially in some shots more than others, I think. But I think it all works.
Personally, I wish they put like a grubby filter on it. But that's just because I love stylized animation and I hate it when animation is clean. But that's just me.
I'm with you on that one. I like the watercolor backgrounds. Actually, this one has some watercolor-esque backgrounds, which is nice. But
the lower one has a nice kind of filtery thing on it. There, it makes it look a bit fruits baskety. But
very fruits baskety. Yeah, I love that. But it's nice though. Like, these are just different. They're just different interpretations of the same material. It's not like one is necessarily like worse visually. This is different, you know. It's whatever you feel good about. But with Shad,
I will say, no matter how the reboot turns out, the original is always there.
Exactly,
that's true.
And it cannot be edited. It cannot be altered. It cannot be destroyed. There's too many copies of it out there. It's not going to go away.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'll be on the
here's the thing: these people always seem to forget is that they assume when a reboot comes out or a remake comes out, that's it. You can no longer obtain the original. It's gone forever. It doesn't exist anymore.
In fairness, Sailor Moon fans have a comment about that too once or twice. So it's all
I will grant this. There is a tendency among as I've observed among like younger fans of like anime and video games, to not give older stuff a chance simply because it is old, and they will wish for a reboot or a remake of a thing rather than going back to the old or original thing. But that's a whole other discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the thing. It's like when he showed He-Man, I always get annoyed about He-Man, where they're just like they workified him for the reboot and stuff like that. And I'm just like, do you know how many episodes of He-Man there are? There's over 200. You had plenty. There's plenty of old He-Man. You can watch all of them. You can watch all of them over and over again.
Exactly.
It is fine.
Why would anyone die on the hill on the He-Man hill?
There's people. There's some hardcore He-Man fans who like. I feel like haven't seen He-Man in like 30 years, but they're big fans and they get mad at everything that's new with He-Man, but seem to forget how goofy the original show was. Like so much.
And gay.
And gay. Exactly. So gay.
Not just goofy, but just how much of it there was. Like, yeah, it's like there were over 200 episodes. Like Gravity Falls didn't get 200 episodes. Like all these other really beloved places got it.
Hell, Rama didn't get 200. Did Rama get? How many episodes did Rama get? Actually, I'm saying that out loud.
Oh no, it wasn't 200. My bad. It was 130. But still, it's well, yeah. People say, oh, He-Man only got 2 seasons. 65 episode seasons, 130 episodes. That's just still.
Oh yeah. No, it was how many episodes did Rama have then? 143. So Rama had 143.
About the same. About the same. Yeah.
About the same. So similar sizes. Anyway, let's power through this. Guys.
Finish it.
We're almost done. We have 2 minutes. We can get through this in like the next hour.
We're so close.
And on top of the style, the overall animation quality in the original is pretty darn good, and all of the original is available to watch right now through multiple means. On top of this, the music and sound effects are orders of magnitude better in the original, and they really help deliver many comedic payoffs and punchlines way better.
Those works with their bad sound effects.
Younger men are so young. Well, what kind of guy is he?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I've never met him.
What sound effects? It's the birds in the back there.
Oh,
I mean, it's funny. I'll give it that.
It's a good soundtrack, but like it's not the only way to interpret the series.
It's also not even the original sound effect that was used. Because again, as we've established, he's using the ocean.
Well, the sound effects were the same.
Oh,
yeah, the sound effects were the same, but like it's just the voice acting was different.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Remake.
Rama's like.
Don't know.
You don't?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
I've never even met the young'un.
That just sounds like an HD remaster orchestrated version.
Yeah, exactly. They're very similar. It's just different. It's different uses for different
strokes
effects.
for different folks.
Yeah, like
It's
one's
just reorchestrated version for Dragon Quest. Yeah, Dragon Quest they always re-release with the Orchestra version. But yeah,
exactly, and it's just faster paced. That's all it really is. It's just a little speedier. It's more comedic and lighthearted, basically. Just different impacts.
Hey, my friend, we've been waiting.
I hope that he's older than me.
Come on! I bet that's Ranma!
I just hope he's older than us.
Oh my god.
That's funnier?
I think it's funnier, honestly, the new one.
I do love that old synthesizer sound.
Yeah, right?
There is one thing I'll credit the remake, although some might consider this a point against it, which is that the remake censors more of the nudity than the original, which I do prefer. Still, all those things are ancillary to the main...
talked about censorship! Censorship! You said bad censor, you said ship. Oh.
Censorship only good when it's stuff that I don't like.
Okay, fine.
Censorship.
These are all just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, like
yeah, pretty much.
At this point, nothing he said is any definitive point. He's like, yeah, I prefer this over that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, all of that's completely valid too. If he was just kind of like, I don't like the new ones. These effects don't have the same impact. The pacing's all wrong. That's perfectly fine. And then it's just kind of like, by the way, the woke mob did this. And like, where did this come from? It's like, yes.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's keep going.
Concerns.
It's nearly done. Nearly done.
It's
almost
and
over.
I'll have to wait and see as more of the remake is released to find out if they remain true to the core of what Ranma half is, if anything in it is subverted for a modern woke audience, and then if it is even
Like censoring
worthwhile
nudity?
in the end. As an old school fan of the original Ranma half animation, I'll be keeping an eye on it and I'll let you know. So do subscribe to Night's Watch so you don't miss out, and also be sure to check out our weekly Night's Watch live streams, The Culture Crusade. I'll be commenting and giving updates on
The Culture Crusade.
The Culture
Oh,
Crusade.
that would be laughed out of a flippin' Ben Shapiro forum. What's going on?
Really would. And by the way, the week after he posted this, he posted, "I was right to be worried." Exposed.
No, but he doesn't like it exposed. He prefers there to be censored nudity. But
Exactly. You know, this man can't. This can't. You were right, Chloe. This guy needs to pick a fucking lane.
Seriously, like he went through in the span of like a 25-minute video, he went through like 5 different talking points that contradicted the last thing that he was talking about. It's just like at that point, you're just conflicted on what the hell you're actually talking about. Like pick a fucking lane and stick with it, buddy.
Yeah, he said that he was worried about them changing things to appeal to the woke mob. He said that that's what's going to make it bad. Then he points out several kind of legit criticisms and said like, and I'm like, how did changing that appeal to the woke mob? None of that was about gender. None of that was about transness. None of that was about identity or culture. All of that was just like surface level technical problems that you had with it. How is that? What the problem? It's like, yeah.
Exactly. None of it
It's
made
because
any
he couldn't
sense.
find any. It's because he couldn't find any instances where they talked about gender and politics or whatever.
Exactly.
Like,
And he haven't mentioned anyone but Akane and Ranma. Those are the only 2 characters he discussed in the whole thing. None of the other characters, because discussing...
And a bit of Kuno, but yeah.
Exactly. I mean, just mention Tsubasa alone or Yukio would like already break his own point already. But like he refused to even acknowledge anyone but the 2 central characters, and only as they exist in the very beginning of the show.
He says that he's a huge fan of the original Ranma, but I get the impression that that's not the case. That he's passingly familiar.
I don't think he's ever mentioned.
Then.
Yeah, he's mentioned he's a fan of Ranma the anime, but I don't think he's ever mentioned Ranma before this point.
No. Well, no, but his claim is contradicted by the evidence. You can't be a big fan of Ranma and not get past the 2nd season.
Exactly.
Oh, of course he thinks drawing the Franks is fucking based.
Yeah, he likes drawing the Franks, which I mean, like, yeah, he would.
I've heard that there are elements that are good. There are elements that are kind of nice in Franks, but yeah,
there's elements that are good, but it's
I mean, the first half is really good. It's just a shame about the second half, though.
Yeah.
Boy, that doesn't apply to any seasons of anything.
No, yeah. And he's gotten more into talking about anime because it's one of the few things that gets traction on his character. But like,
yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Even then, these numbers aren't good.
Yeah.
Inward? Yeah, but
there's a lot
okay.
of this.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, the thing that I can only kind of actually speak on my minor authority on is that he might be. Look, I'm not saying that his local. In Mormonism, the parishes are called wards, basically, and the jokes write themselves on that. But he said, I'm saying like in his local ward. I'm not saying his local ward is kind of knows that he's a famous YouTuber, although I wouldn't put it past him to say, "Hey, I'm a famous YouTuber." But no,
he would.
He'd probably do it at the testimony meeting. My gosh, he'd probably say, "God gave me my subscriptions." But okay, but no, okay. Disregarding all that, giving him the benefit of the doubt, I'm not saying that his bishop is saying, "Hey, why don't you use your thing to kind of push back against all this horrible stuff?" But I think like because of a lot of the stuff that is indoctrinated as part of the church is probably a huge part of it. He feels like it is a genuine crusade because he feels like he is doing right by his God by doing it. And it's just kind of like, I mean, like, it's kind of moving into that fantasy. I always thought it was kind of weird that, like, the atheist YouTuber, the sort of, like, early atheist YouTubers went so very chud. But, like, when, like, I would have thought that it would be the fundamentalist YouTubers that would be the most sort of, like, everything's a culture crusade. But, yeah, I guess Shad's his own thing. But, yeah, that's my own kind of take on it. It does feel like there's a bit of a... was it? I must say that that LGBT people are bad because otherwise my God will be unhappy with me. That there is kind of that seeping in a little bit.
That would make sense too. There is always an element of Shad's religious worldview that comes into his media criticism and all that. But like, I feel like to an extent, it's just funny because like, whenever we talk about this topic, it's always so like a superficial interpretation of it. Like he never really engages with what's actually being said in the story. He's like very much like his preconceived notions, and he kind of so there was a video a while back that Shad did that I responded to, where he was responding to the trailer for Superman, the James Gunn movie. And there's a scene in the trailer where there's like this big orb in the sky, and Lois and Superman are kissing or holding each other. I forget the specifics of this shot. And he was like, Superman is allowing this giant disaster to happen. People are dying in the background. And he kept going back and kept adding more elements to it, going like, there's thousands of people dying. And meanwhile, in the movie, it's
that's full reaction, Griff. That one is just going from the trailer. It's just like, my dude, wait for the trailer to come out. Maybe you are completely right, but you are very much making a huge gamble. And even if you are right, people are just going to say, "Wow, you're lucky you were right."
Exactly. It's like such a stretch based on what we know so far. Exactly. Man. But Chloe, Andrew, what are your thoughts on all this?
Yeah.
On what
exactly?
Like, it's possible for me to have thoughts when Shad can't keep his own fucking thoughts straight.
Why believe him? He never gave us nothing to believe in.
And remember, I mentioned it earlier. I barely have a horse in this race. I haven't watched Ranma, though now I'm interested because how Shad just can't fucking parse anything about it. It's on Hulu,
I do recommend
apparently.
Ranma.
I do currently have Hulu. If it's on there, I can start it.
The original series is on Hulu. The new series is on Netflix, I believe.
And the manga on Shonen Jump? I think manga's on the Viz app or something.
It's on the Viz app, which is like $2 a month. Yeah.
Guess the original series is the only thing on my menu then.
Hell yeah. It's still pretty funny. I think the original show is really good. There's a lot of funny, charming bits.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that it holds up really well.
Yeah. I do think elements of it are a little slow. Like, I do feel like the way they animated it, some parts, it's like a little, especially if you're familiar with the manga, where you're like, oh, this scene is like 1 page. And in the show, it's like, oh, this scene is a minute. And it takes that's
the nature of old anime, unfortunately, a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's just something you gotta live with.
Especially manga-based anime. I mean, like early One Piece.
DBZ,
oh my gosh!
Oh god, yeah, no. One Piece has some sluggish bits though. Like especially now, I feel.
Oh
like
no,
anime.
yeah.
I mean, I couldn't get past episode 3 of One Piece. I couldn't do it.
Oh, the manga is so good though. It's
the manga. The manga is a mile a minute, so it feels like they were just trying to stretch it. Nah, they just stretch it.
There's too much of it now.
Stretching it thin there.
Yeah.
I will definitely say that having watched this and dissected with you, this I can't recall if I've ever really talked about Shadiversity on streams with you. I know we've done Jar in the past with one there.
Jar, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
we did that.
But like it really does read like Shadiversity is another one of these copycat grifters who latch onto points that they try to make from very early examples of what they label as woke media, and then try to debunk it so much.
Oh no, it's like I mean the boys have obviously fell off a bit, but like that one particular scene from The Boys where I'm just kind of like, this encapsulates everything about right-wing grifters. Is that one where Homelander gets cheered and he's just kind of like, this is nice. Like that is right-wing grifting.
Yes,
it is basically. Yeah, it is Homelander seeing that and going, oh, so if I do this, you'll like me. You'll actually like me, and you'll validate me if I do this. And it's like, so you get trapped into it, and then you start having to pay rent and feed your family, and then it becomes a double lockdown. But still, yeah.
That's why I still have a day job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's sort of why I'm just like, I'm always afraid to just be like to go all in on making videos like this because I know for certain that like I'm never going to be able to have like consistently like views in like 10Ks. Like I've got videos from like 2 years ago that still get like pretty consistent views, and I still have videos from that same era and like a year ago that haven't even broken 1K yet.
Exactly. It's rough because you have to be like I still have like I have a day job still. Like it's one of those things where it's like YouTube's too unstable to really, unless you're making like unless you have like 1 million views a week, whatever. Like it's very difficult, and it's not something. And Shad, I know, this is going a little inside baseball from what I know about Shad. Is that he and I could have learned more about Shad when my Shad video came out a few months ago.
Isn't he kind of well off from what I've heard or something? Like
that's
he comes from a religious family?
Well, that's where it gets complicated because he was well off.
Yeah.
But he overextended himself. Well, he bought a castle. He bought a castle.
Oh my god.
In a swamp.
Jesus Christ!
In Australia? Did he commission it to be built, or was there a castle in Australia for some reason?
He built a replica castle, but the ground was unstable, which caused problems. I don't think he ever finished it, if I recall correctly. But he overextended himself. He had all this staff working with him that he's since
a grand project being scuppered by unstable foundations. What the writers of reality are hecks sometimes.
Well, I mean, like you think if you just watch Monty Python, that alone could have told him the problems with his construction plan to begin with. But like,
I can understand the appeal of a well, for like sort of historical reenactments and like museum pieces, or like, there's no surviving full scale castles. Let's make one as accurately as possible. That's actually a really cool idea. But again, I'm guessing that's not really what his mindset was.
Nope. And the problem is also he picked a lot of fights that he lost. With me being one of them, and it's like that just damaged his reputation because he kept like doubling down on these arguments where other people were like, no, well, here's why you're not right. And if it was just one of them, that would be fine. But he kept picking fights with different people in different demographics. So like his fight with Cell Swords Art, for example. Cell Swords Arts is another sword guy, but he's like into you've seen this stuff, of course.
Well, it's like was it drifting in a lonely fog after having to drop Shadiversity, and I'm like, who else can do swords? Like, we can do swords. It's like, oh, you seem nice too. Hey, I like your rainbow flag. It's just
exactly, and like that thing also with Cell Swords Arts. He's also more likable than Shad. Like he's more progressive. That's one upside, but he's also seems like just a chill guy, and he also knows how to freaking actually fight with swords. Whereas Shad,
he's like he's in the top 1%, isn't he? Well, top 1% for sabers.
He's a major deal in that field, And look, there's nothing wrong with LARPing with swords. Like I know tons of people who LARP. It's fun, but like.
Having a special interest in medieval history. That's a very common special interest for autistic folk. It's just kind of like
just know where your limits are.
Yeah, the problem is when you try arguing Hema with a Hema expert. It's like, well, Hema, is it Hema or it's Hema, right?
I've heard Hema most of the time.
Yeah, Hema. Yeah. So when you try arguing the technicals of Hema with a guy who specializes in Hema. It's like it's like yelling at your surgeon as you're getting open heart surgery. It's like, dude, time and a place, man.
Well, there's that and that, but for me it was more just kind of like, he was like, oh, I'm going all in on AI art, and then AI art, and I'm completely defending it, and then people are like, oh, Jazza must be so disappointed. And I'm like, well, he's Jazza's brother, and he went all in on AI art.
Well, I think that's why he did.
To be fair, Jazza also, Jazza like dabbled briefly before getting schooled about it, but he was actually able to be schooled about it, which was nice.
Mm-hmm. But, no, 100%. That's the thing too. It's like he, like with I think an element of this, and this might be a little me reading too much into it. I think one element, and I think we'll wrap up after this once I get this thought together. I think one thing also is that when Jazza was as successful as he was, or is.
Yeah.
I think to an extent, Shad got jealous. I think he really got jealous, and I think that kind of impacted his decision making. I think a lot of what Shad has done over the years, you can chalk up to envy. I think it was more successful brother. That's why I think it is.
It's a weird thing, yeah. Because it's
honestly,
very
it's
like
terrible.
It's very sort of, Schitt's Creek, maybe not Schitt's Creek, but more kind of like what's the word? What's it called again? Severance? No, not Severance. Succession. That's it. Succession.
Oh,
where it's just kind of like you are all rich. You all have more money than you can spend. You can all take a holiday for the rest of your lives. Why do you want more than what you already have? Help. But it's just,
People who have a lot already want more. That's the reoccurring trend.
I mean, they weren't even in the same field. It wasn't even an anime style rivalry where Shad and Jezza were like both art YouTubers, but Jezza was just always a bit better. That would be understandable. But one was a sword tuber and one was an art tuber. They're completely different.
Exactly.
No, but you see, they're both YouTubers, so that means that they're competitors or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
And it always bugs me too how like a lot of these guys like they see it as like a zero-sum game and not like people in the same community lifting themselves up. Like, I don't know, personally, I like lifting people up. I think it's fun. I think it's good to like help people, succeed. I think it's good when everyone succeeds, that's my
exactly.
opinion.
Exactly.
But that's
you don't have to.
But the problem is that you are helping. But in that way, you're helping lots of other people feel good. And going back to the Homelander example, it's just this is a crowd of people telling you how good you are. And like I wouldn't agree with it in the slightest, but I understand the temptation.
Oh yeah,
So,
and I think especially when you poison your mind to it enough. Like the brain, I think, can only handle so much before it becomes like a victim to its own success. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to some extent.
It's. Yeah, that's why. Like, if I ever get if I ever win the YouTube lottery, it's like I'm gonna try and get a part-time job somewhere. You need something to ground you.
Yeah,
exactly.
You need to go somewhere during the day where someone can tell you suck and go fuck yourself to get that sense. You do. I mean, I know I'm being a little facetious, but you need that.
Yeah, work at Starbucks or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Like I just got off from my day job before popping in here, and I wait tables. That's all you really need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and
I mean,
it's
valuable.
That's it, really, but
no, you need that to some extent. It helps. It really does help ground you to reality. I mean, not getting abused at your job, but like the kind of like you're nothing but shit kind of thing where you're like, okay, whatever, do your thing, and you go home.
Robert Heinlein just leant in the wrong direction. It shouldn't be you can't vote until you. It should be you can't vote without military service. It should be you can't vote without having to work a drudge minimum wage job.
Well, I know military veterans, and they'd rather go back and get deployed again than go work a customer service job.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, I understand. I understand.
Yeah, it makes sense. I know. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap.
That's the true merit-based society. Yeah,
it really is. I'm gonna let the last couple super chats play real quick. Then we're gonna wrap things up. We're gonna have.
Yep.
We were gonna do more, but unfortunately, we're out of time, and I'm not gonna. It's too late.
Well, I'll have to get off. Yeah.
At Eustace Giwo super chatted $2.
Cool because
massive shad projection detected.
Yes, massive shad.
Yep.
1 second. Last couple ones here, then we'll wrap things up.
At Nick Wolf 3,885 super chatted $2. FMA brothered equals woke now 03 gone 4 Eva coincidence?
Yes. Yes.
FMA Brotherhood is woke. Yeah.
FMA Brotherhood is woke.
Super chatted $2.
Because it's closer to the manga, you see.
Exactly.
2002 He-Man, best He-Man.
Underrated He-Man show. I will give you that. Very underrated. I like that one.
Yeah. I wouldn't say best, but yeah. I mean, it's better than the original, I'd say.
Wow.
I would agree.
Shad with a hypocritical take on censorship?
I know. Crazy. Shad being a hypocrite. I know. Shocking.
Oh no! Even if it was nothing else, it was just kind of that whole sort of. It's like, oh, these people are just going to change things to suit their agendas. I'm glad they didn't put in as much nudity, though. I'm just like, it's
the bare minimum, but even still, it still counts as your beliefs. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining me on this one. We'll do the Noralities one later this month. Whenever I know Chloe, you want to do Noralities too. Whenever you're available, we'll do that one. We'll jump on that.
What is Noralities, please?
Noralities, it was another anime YouTuber who, and this is not like with Shad where he's obviously a grifter. Noralities was just a critic who got like lambasted with a massive amount of hate. very opposite end of the spectrum, where I think at worst her opinions were sometimes just a little poorly written out and not thorough enough, but she was like overwhelmed by like a certain demographic of people who hated everything she was saying. And so very much that was my intention, being a palate cleanser, like a sane opinion about anime.
So it was kind of like a bit like Anita Sarkeesian, where like they often had very flawed takes, but the reaction was very disproportionate.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good comparison. Yeah, very, I'd say very close to that. Although I will say Noralities had less flawed than Anita Sarkeesian, I'd say. Sarkeesian, I think, and also unlike Sarkeesian, Noralities got better over time. So like her most recent video, I think, is actually really, really good. And her older stuff's good too. It's just like there's rhetorical flaws in your argument where you're like, oh, I wouldn't say that. Okay, I see where someone might draw an issue with this because of this example. There's a complicated. Your response is more nuanced than with Shad going, shut the fuck up, Shad, you're wrong. This is more like, oh, I see what you're saying, but I might disagree on this one bit right here. I think it's a fun conversation to have when it's more nuanced and it's from a place of
it's just a conversation. It's just a conversation on the person in general, not a particular video or anything.
It's going to be a specific video we're going to look at because we're going to try to keep the theme of Pride Month, but some of her videos also targeted like the lolly sphere, and that got a certain demographic hard to predict. Pissed at her, so that was a factor as well.
Is she still going, or did she have to kind of go away from mental health?
She bowed out for a couple of years, but she returned last year.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's kind of like me. I've bowed out for a couple of years.
Exactly. And I know she's still working on stuff. I think because of her style and I guess what her life is like, her videos come very slowly, from what I understand. Yeah. But anyway,
I wish my videos could come slowly. But yes, it's all good.
Anyway, thank you all.
Yeah, all good. Sorry, keep going. Thank you.
No, it's all good. I'm just going to wrap things up real quick because I want to make sure everyone here jumps on the rigs. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to raid more people. I'm going to have you all go to Riverboat Jack right now. Make sure you tell Riverboat Jack I sent you there. Until then, everyone, have a great rest of the day. Hopefully I can get you all back for Noralities if you're up for it. And
that would be lovely.
We'll see. Certainly. I would love that. Maybe next week we'll try that. And I'll see you all very soon. Take care, everyone.
Catch ya.
Bye-bye.